in 5 seconds that he set this up. The itty bitty bad boy is breaking out. Break that shitter. See you in a second. Here we go. flood this shit down, boys and girls. The itty bitty bad boy baby's doing its thing. Let me whip this up for you, legends. Give me a second to make sure I'm all... Are you guys live? You got 172 people in here. The chat's kicking off, guys. In the chat, tell me if you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me, guys, we're going to do a little bit of a watch party right now. BTC is trading at 29,177. We're blasting up towards that $30,000 level, which we really want to try and break for the bulls. I'm going to go through a whole lot of stuff I think about, guys. What's crack-a-lacking out here in the old place to be, hombres. Let me whip up desktop screen. Can you see me? Let me make sure this is all working correctly on this end. I think this looks good. Yeah, you can see AgroTrade on the screen right now. Yeah, we're doing kind of a little bit of a watch party, but also I'm going to go through what I think about the charts, guys, obviously from my end as well. But we're going to watch the price action. We're going to see if we can get through this. The internet seems to be a little bit slow. If you can tell me if it's nice and smooth, you can tell me, guys, in the chat. Yeah, you can see the screen, what's going on. We've got the order books up here on the right-hand side on mdxalgo.com. We've actually got the indicators flashing its signals as well. We had a beautiful long signal, guys, from here on Bitcoin, obviously on MDX Algo 3. It was a strong buy signal. We already got that. You can see from the price action, guys, we're coming up towards the resistance, top of the resistance box. You can hear it. Yeah, your face is nice and smooth, bro. I'm a smooth devil. I'm a smooth devil. Can you still hear the music? Is it, or is the microphone now working? Okay. Should be fine. Smooth devil, smooth operator, smooth criminal. But guys, yeah, we're literally bang up now against the top side resistance. We've said from the beginning it's very important resistance. We're going to watch this as well, guys. We're going to watch the order books. Obviously, this is a bit of fun. You know, I don't recommend trading on these types of time frames if you're not basically using some sort of automated strategy or being very, very professional. But I'd say, guys, look at this shit here, guys. We're moving fast right now, and it was, you know, we had that nice boring time period over the weekend that gives, you know, people and bots at that as well, you know, time to rejuvenate. Hopefully this is nice and clear, guys. I don't know. The internet seems to be a bit slow. It gives the market and participants time to rejuvenate, relax, mind off the charts. As soon as we broke, guys, above here, that was when you got the initial hit. Look at that wicking down there. Around here, guys, that was the initial move. I said from previously this morning, I actually got a nice short trade on SPX. You can see here, SPX gapped down about 1 or 2%. I was actually short on this trade, came back into it. I'm still in that position. It hasn't been stopped out yet, but I was short on SPX from that initial move down. Now I've had this nice move back up to the upside on SPX. Yes, we haven't managed to break the high yet, but that could be what's giving Bitcoin some fuel as well. That's actually, everything just changed. That's amazing. Everything changed in one go. But that's giving a little bit of confidence into Bitcoin as well. You know, this is actually what's brought back that volatility with that gap down move back to the upside. It's definitely going to give Bitcoin, you know, what it needs from that boring price action we had for literally probably about 48 hours through here, maybe a little bit shorter. Probably about, you know, 1 or 2 days, we had some super boring flat price action from Bitcoin, which isn't actually that, you know, it's not at that level of volatility. It's actually quite rare for Bitcoin to do that. If you look at some momentum indicators like Bollinger Bands, it was very, very flat. It's quite rare you get that. You know, Bitcoin's usually doing more than the tiny little moves per day. This is like 0.5% in and out. Bitcoin's, look, you can actually just look at Bitcoin, obviously. It's fucking absolutely crazy, the volatility. So it's almost like when it's less volatile, it's like more crazy for the itty bitty to be like that. And you can see that now we had this nice shot off, guys. But we're just going to watch this price action. Greetings from London, old Simon. How you doing, bro? We're going to watch this. We're going to watch this play out. And I'm going to tell you what I think about the markets in terms of the levels to really get above. Order books are looking pretty normal here. I'm going to track both of the MDX Algo order books as well, because we're actually using slightly different APIs. You can actually see that this is taking into account some other exchanges. We're taking into the exchanges we think are more primary. But yeah, overall, generally speaking, guys, we're coming up towards major resistance. I'll leave these charts up for you, but I'll go on the daily just to kind of show you. But, you know, this area here has been, you know, marked out on my charts since we broke $30,000 actually. So we've been, you know, in this under $30,000 is, you know, pretty much been significant bear market territory. We've been consistently making lower highs and lower lows the whole way through this. And then we've actually managed to break $25,000. That's our first initial moment. We're like, okay, that's actually pretty interesting. We're above the 200-day moving average. We've got increasing buy volume on higher time frames. Now, if you look at MDX Algo 5, I think it is, sir. Let me whip this up for you guys. MDX Algo 5 on the weekly time frame, we do have increasing buy volume now. It's very, very significant. This is something which you want to see Bitcoin and any price market really doing in a bull market. You want to see generally the participants being buyers instead of sellers. That's just obviously generally what you want to see. You want to see more buyers than sellers. So we are seeing that right now from money flow. The market is generally posturing up. We've got a buy signal on the weekly time frame, guys. This is really significant for this indicator. We, every single time. The last weekly we got was at 48K. So that's pretty crazy. We actually got a buy signal here as well. Took us to 69. And you can see we have a buy signal, guys, on MDX5. We're actually at the top of the side of the Bollinger Bands, but we still got a little bit more wiggle room. These markets can stay overbought for, especially on higher time frames for longer than you expect. And that money flow pointing up is definitely a good sign. We've got that 200-day moving average. Like I said, we're above it. And we've got that nice market structure now where, we've got a defined higher low. And when I was talking about this before, we didn't have a defined higher low. This here now is confirmed. That's the higher low from here because we've broken the high. If we didn't break the high, guys, then it's just looking down for lower prices. So we actually have a confirmed higher low now. Everything's postured right now for bull market territory. The only last hurdle we've got is $30,000, and we're fucking knocking on the door right now. So, we could get it tonight. We could get it today. We're going to watch this play out on stream. We're actually looking like I could say, I'm super tempted to hit that fucking the short here because obviously we're at long-term resistance. It's super, super tempting, but I'm not prepared to do it, and I'm going to go through the points in a second. Right now, this area here, guys, is super significant. Once we get above that, guys, we can whip it out. Hello, Dashka baby. How are you doing over there? Taking a video of our tree. Let me quickly whip out the higher time frame chart I want to show you. So we do have this chart, and I'm going to leave the lower time frames up as well, but you can see, guys, that the next major area we're looking for resistance is going to be about $48,000. I do see something at 32 as well. 32,000 is here, and maybe in the mid-range of here if we get like some sort of VPVR up, but it really is 32 and 48K are the next logical places. Also, that does coincide nicely with the fibs. A lot of people have been talking about the fibs, guys. We know all the fib guys coming out recently saying this. The 618 retracement, which is basically pulling from the high to the low of this whole entire year, basically. This is literally going from November 10th to November 10th, which is both my birthday. November 10th is my birthday, legends. And the top of the bull market, the top price Bitcoin's ever been to, the ATH price was on my birthday. And then the lowest price Bitcoin went to last year was November 10th as well. So pretty fucking weird. So you can see here, guys, that actually if we draw a fib from the highs to the lows, you do get the 618 retracement coming up at $48,000 as well. We know that Bitcoin loves to retrace and extend in this scenario back to the 618. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that either, but we do need to see that $30,000 region go first. I'm still cautiously looking at this. Obviously I'm long, from the beginning of fucking dawn of time, guys, because obviously I have a lot of spot I've been buying at below 30K. I've been DCAing in. I have longs from 16.4. I have a long from 20. I still have some of that position open. And I'm long on a lot of exchanges. I am thinking about maybe trying to hedge, but I'm not prepared to bet against this right now, guys. Looking at SPX, it had a bull, it came out negatively in terms of downside. We gapped down on SPX. I knew there was going to get some sort of volatility after that. That's super volatile for SPX, guys. That's a gap. 1% gap down is super volatile for SPX. So that's caused a little ruckus. Now we rally back up on SPX. We still haven't managed to get above the high. So if this does want to come back down now and get a higher low and then break the high, that's going to be very, very in the favor of the bulls for Bitcoin as well. I had a really nice short this morning, about 4 p.m. actually. No, what was it? About 3 p.m. I think it was, because obviously the times are different here. I got a nice short play onto this. It's probably going to get stopped out. It's not stopped out yet because it's a break-even trade. So I got a good short on this gap down. But, at the end of the day, guys, we're going to have to wait for this to play out, see if we can actually get above the highs. If that does happen, it's going to bode very well for Bitcoin. Looking at this right now, pretty overextended, guys, on the short-term time frames. And look at that freaking Chad, legends. That is the definition of a Chad. Obviously, it's blue on this screen, but green dildos going for days. Capo told me 10K. Well, Capo's the epitome of dying on the hill with your predictions. We're traders. We don't have any loyalty to our predictions. Predictions are just there for a bit of fun and games and where I think the price is going to go. That's not where you put your money. You don't suddenly say to yourself, I think the price is going to go to 10K, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to bet all my money on it. The fuck are you talking about? In business, you don't just double down on the product that doesn't sell. You don't just put all your money into the product that doesn't sell. You wait, you learn, you change, you adapt. If you don't learn, wait, and change and adapt in trading, it's just saying, okay, well, I think we're going to go to 10K. I'm going to bet all my money on 10K, not buy anything and wait till we get it. If you never get it, you're out the fucking game. So it's just a good example there of something to learn from if you're new to trading. That don't die on the hill with your predictions. We are traders. We have no loyalty. We haven't got any reason to be, let's say, the analogy I use is die on the hill in terms of there's no reason to be loyal to your prediction. We just got to flip your bias when you need to. So at the moment, guys, you can see here, we're actually at resistance. And this is pretty significant, guys. I do have a hunch right now, and this is just a hunch. This is not what I think is going to happen. But this is spelling out, potentially we're getting these higher highs along here. If you do look at some momentum indicators, you can see that potentially we might be seeing a little bit of bearish divergence about to play out. You can see here that we did have something. Maybe it's broken through it, but let me just whip this up for you a little bit higher. We did have some bearish divergence coming in here, so we had around 4 or 5 counts of bearish divergence, but arguably I could say that that's already played out. It was making higher highs along here and lower highs, but that's been invalidated now because now the momentum has broken out as well. So it is a shot to the upside. We are getting into that overbought territory, but that's not any place to start looking to reversal trade just on the basis of the momentum indicator being overbought. That's not what you want to take. That's not what you want to do with pivot trading or reversal trading. You want to wait for a few more confluent factors than that. But to be completely honest, that bearish divergence has already played out. We've now broken up mid a higher high, and then the momentum is actually moving up quite rapidly there. Yes, you could say that weekly momentum is overbought, and I do put weight on that. The only scenario I'm looking at here is when we actually did run up from around $20,000 around here. We had this significant run up, guys, to $65,000, okay, and the weekly was overbought the whole time. We have been up here for a while, but it does not mean we can't keep going. A lot of people at $20,000 were calling for it being a fake out and it being not sustainable and saying that the RSI is overbought and saying that we're going to have a retracement and we're going to go down. So 20K caught a lot of people off guard. That actually was the fuel to go up. The long to short ratio at the minute, I think we're looking at net short, which isn't ideal. The one outlier right now is that long to short ratio for sure. But it's just one thing. You can't just say one thing's against you and then not trade it. I see a lot of things right now pointing towards this 30K region. I've said from the beginning that I think we're going to get another go at this, but it's whether we break it. It's still not confirmed yet. We're at 29,100. If we zoom in down on this again, we're just knocking on the door again. I am tempted, legends. Trust me, I'm fucking tempted because I know these can fake out quite happily, but we are right on resistance right now. It wouldn't surprise me to come back down slightly lower than this. We did have that beautiful long signal, guys, on the MDX. This is actually just pulling the API. It's just basically pulling the signals from one of my indicators, MDX Algo 3. You can see it here. The last long call, guys, I know that hundreds of you people use these indicators, so this last long call here was absolutely phenomenal on the short-term time frames. We do have a TP as well and an overbought signature. Let's have a look what we got on Algo Trade as well. But we're going to watch this, guys, play out. We're going to watch it right now. I'm going to give you my insights as we go. I just ate a massive spaghetti bolognese, so I thought I'd just jump on stream, It'd be good if we had some music, but I don't want to get taken down like last time. Do you see downtrend in this room with us? I don't see downtrends, sir, in this room with us. So we're getting a lot of buys coming in, like big buys as well. If you flick over to mdxalgo.com as well, you're seeing the same thing. There's a lot of sells here just now, but majority of the time you're seeing green coming in, and the bigger positions are green. Obviously now I say that it's all going to come up as being red, but I've been keeping an eye on this for the last couple of hours, and you've seen a lot of buys coming in, but not crappy little chippy, people just throwing in a couple of grand. This is like 100, 200, 300,000 up to $1 million trades, and that's what you want to see. Like the only way I'd use order books is when you see, not the 10Ks, the 50Ks. You want to see like those big 1, 2, 300, and maybe even up to $1 million or 2 million. That's when you see those coming in. That's just bigger money. That's bigger money chomping, or you could say nibbling. So when you see bigger money coming in, usually people with more money have got, generally speaking, a higher level or profession of trading, but not always. I won't say that's always the case. Don't just think that people who are rich, just because they're rich, they're better at trading. That's not the truth. But I'm saying that quite a lot of the time, if you're watching someone or tracking their trades, or looking at someone's buy and sells. If they're big orders, usually they've got to have a lot of money because they've done a good job at the trading. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases you do see that money talks, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So we are going to look at lower time frames, guys. I'm actually going to go even lower on this and actually really get down here for you DGen guys and just track this price action how I would if I was DGen trading on the lower time frames. Give you an idea of how I would do it. There is a time and a place to do lower time frame trading, and obviously I think one of those times is now. We've just had a very, very boring weekend, probably one of the most flat weekends I've seen in the best part of a year. And this is what happens, guys, when you have significantly low volatility. You get a break, you get a snap, and then a lot of bot action comes back in, a lot of pent up energy and tension. And a lot of the time, what you see, this is the kind of things I've seen, just generally speaking, in trading for the last decade. Okay, the market's going to go where it's going to go. Usually, it's got its journey of its own. You can't change that. We're not big enough fish, in the sea to change that direction. But usually, the market's going to do what it's going to do. But it's going to get there in a different route, in a different reality. But what happens is that it's just like energy in and out. It's just compressing and decompressing, to the same fucking word, but it's expanding and despanding, right? Fucking making up words as we go. But it's almost like pulsating in and out the market, and it's the low volatility to high volatility to low volatility, and it almost is kind of just how human beings react emotionally to things. You can't constantly be hyperactive and concentrating on something the whole time. You just blow yourself out, and then you have to relax. It's almost the same in and out of a human being, almost like the day cycle. You wake up, do your shit, go to sleep. At the end of the day, it's like hype, low, hype, low. It's kind of similar to how the markets work. And what you see is when you have a very, very low period of volatility, that's usually the beginning of a very big move, or you're getting closer and closer to a very big move. And that's exactly what we've got in the last few hours, really. That all that tension's been building, then boom, you had the snap. It's like, going to the bar, talking to some fucking chicas and just getting blue balls. By the end of the night, you're just like, pop, it's done. See you on the flippers. But yeah, we're going to track both sides of this, guys. Do a little bit of a watch party here. If you guys can all hit the like, that'd be great as well. We've got like 78 likes in here. Just desecrate that like button. You know what to do. But I would say now, guys, looking at this formation, that this has now broken out. So you don't really need the top side. I'll keep it there for, just for context for you guys who are just coming in. But this sort of symmetrical sideways formation has now broken out. And what we are doing now is we are retagging the top side of this. There are a load of tweets, actually, which has come out recently about this type of scenario. This is actually quite an interesting chart, and the reason it's quite interesting is that this is actually just basically an inverted piece of price action from June 22, and this is quite interesting because it's just an inverted piece of price action, which actually could have been quite a nice scenario. And what it does is it kind of just shows you that regardless of invert or non-invert, price moves the same. This is the scenario which a lot of people have been talking about. So I drew this basically just for like an idea, speculation, but a lot of people were getting on board with this because of the 618 retracement type of analysis people have been looking at. I don't think this is plausible because it's 2 weeks that's going to go there, but this whole idea is a lot of people are getting super freaking chatty about it, and I won't lie to you, people in the comments of that were all being a bit like, no, man, we're going back down. It was almost like people wouldn't want to believe it. So looking at where the price action's going now, it could be interesting to see if, like, when everyone's doubting something, it usually fucking happens. So it'd be very, very nice. In terms of spot Bitcoin purchases over the last year, it'd be very nice to see Bitcoin go to 48K in 2 weeks. On the other hand, though, then it's kind of like, well, I've got what I got now. We've moved to 48. The opportunity is halved, even though the price has doubled. Simple as that. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to watch this play out, guys. We'll keep a few charts up. Wick out aggro trade as well. Wick it out. We'll whoop out aggro as well and see what these guys are up to in terms of the very, very lower time frame order books and looking at what's going on. But I actually don't like it on such a lower time frame, but I'm going to leave it on this because I know you legendays out there on your 1 minute charts are enjoying it. So let's do it together. We'll keep an eye on little symmetrical formations. Can't even fucking speak. The symmetrical formation, sir. Turn on the megaphone track. Yeah, I need to put some background music on, but I don't really want to. I need to work out how to get Twitch going, you know? Microphone. Microphone. Yeah, so we're up against the long-term resistance, my leggies. You know, $30,000, bang on it right now. We're 29.2. You know, really is the level to get above right now. Yeah, Ultra is a beast. Do not fuck with Ultra. I'm actually going to have a video of them coming soon. Sorry, Lens, I ate a massive spag bowl a second ago. So I do actually have a video coming out with these legends. You know, look at this price action. You can't really get much better than that, can you? In terms of we've just completely changed the behavior of Ultra. I won't dive into it too much because we'll stick to Bitcoin, but you know, this is the first beginning of something different. Bitcoin's already done this. You know, it's broken its prior high. Now what we want to wait for Ultra is where is that next higher low going to be? Obviously, if it comes to here and holds, that's going to be great because it's a significantly higher low. But if it comes down here, guys, and actually makes a higher low like that, then you can start drawing out some trend lines, and you guys can have fun with that. And you know, but this is the first beginning of something positive for Ultra in terms of the turnaround for the next bull market for it, because you've got to start somewhere, and the first thing you want to start with when you're going to change the momentum is by breaking the prior high. That's the first thing any market has to do. That's the first thing any price of anything has to do for it to begin its next journey, is to break the prior high. Like, you can't even start anything without breaking the prior high. That's the first thing you have to do, because once you break once you break the prior high, then you are in a position that you can make a higher low, and you have to break the prior high first. That is literally just written into stone with price action. So yeah, Ultra's done that. I'm really, really bullish on the long term of Ultra. I've been bullish on Ultra since the beginning of time, like I said a million times actually. I was in like the top 10. I was in the first 10 people in the world to ever invest in it. So like, I'm pretty much one of the first people ever to know about it. This is in 2018, 19. I remember talking to Nicholas, etc. And Nicholas and David about NFTs back in like 2018, 19, and literally like 100 people tuned in to watch us talking about it. And this was now look where we are with they got the whole unique marketplace built into the platform. Yeah, it's called Ultra, guys. I don't know if the link is in the description. You can probably see it somewhere. If you go to the description box below, I don't know if it's there. Yes, it is there. Yeah, so it's underneath NEXO Ultra account. Go get one because you're gonna get some free NFTs. So it's in the description, guys. Ultra.io. I think if it realizes its vision, it could be the biggest games distribution. I think it could be the biggest games company in the world. Like, that's how. What's Steam? Steam is probably one of the biggest games companies in the world. Like, everyone knows Steam. Any game you've got, you probably have a Steam account. So if it's gonna, I think if it realizes its vision, I think it could be like the next Steam, really. Yeah, weekly, on the weekly and monthly, I mean, what, an Ultra? I'll do it in a minute. We'll stick to Bitcoin for the beginning, guys. We've got 400 people in here. It's a little watch party. I'm just going to chill out with you guys. We'll literally just stream this for a few hours. We'll see if Bitcoin can get above 30,000. If it can't, then this stream will just be me chilling, talking about random shit. If we do break out, then we can start looking at lower time frames and start playing some lower time frame trades in terms of continuation trades. I am going, there will be a time in this bull market where I'll be back, you know, streaming for maybe 4 or 5 hours, just literally on my Bybit, trading lower time frames with you guys and just having fun. Because I remember in the last bull market, I was doing 2 streams a day, like fucking 4-hour ones and like a 4-hour one in the evening. I think the longest stream I ever did, I like fucking passed out, like drunk for like 8 hours or some shit. I think it was like 12-hour stream. It actually got taken down as well by YouTube because I was just like that, drunk, like passed out in the chair. I don't know if you guys remember that one. That was such a funny fucking stream, leggies. Did you guys watch that? Tell me in the chat if you saw that stream. And yeah, so that time is going to come back, and I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. I remember that one. Yeah, we've had some hectic ones out here, leggies. We've had some hectic ones, eh? There was a point where I streamed pretty much every day. Yeah, good to see you legends in here, all remembering that one. Was it New Year's Eve? No, it wasn't New Year's Eve. Was it New Year's Eve? Oh, shit. It was COVID, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a funny one. If you saw that stream, like this shit right now. Like this video. But yeah, we're up against resistance. We're going to watch this play out. We're probably going to get quite a lot of action on this video, so I'm just going to chill out with you, leggies. We'll sit back. We'll keep it real. Maybe I should get some other stuff up as well. Let's have a look at Aggie. Yeah, I don't think I was alone. I was with, I think it was Pete. Yeah, I joined during the pass out chapter. Yeah, legends. No, not the LA apartment. That was another one. The LA apartment was another one. This one was in Lagos. I was in Portugal for this one. This is one where I actually there's been a few where I passed out on stream, but this is the one in Portugal. ETH breaking out on the 1 minute. Don't know about that, legends. It's looking pretty normal to me. I'm gonna keep it on the lower time frames for now. Look at that beautiful long we had. I'm gonna keep it on the lower time frames for now, guys, on this chart. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep an eye on that 20,000, 29,200. Yeah. Yeah, no, so I'm thinking I think you guys are all thinking about the one in LA. I'm thinking about one even before that. I'm thinking about one in when I passed out drunk, like sitting down for 10 hours. That was in Portugal. You guys are here for the LA one. Do you guys remember the Portugal one? Yeah, no, late 2024 is gonna be great. Yeah, that's gonna be like Super Bowl town. Bitcoin's gonna be. We can whip up a quick chart, actually. In 2024, we're going to be off to the races, legends. I think it's very likely, we'll probably be doing something like this, really breaking out. This is going into, mid-2024. We're probably coming out of this pretty rapidly, actually. I think we're probably going to be mid-bull market by then. It's going to be nice to get back into a good bull market. I do love the bear markets. I do love them. I wouldn't say I love them more than bull markets, but I do love them for the time it gives you to prepare. The world just simply wouldn't work without. It simply wouldn't work without bear markets, because bear markets give you time to breathe, legends. You need time to breathe in these markets. Very, very important. And they give you time to react. Oh, God, I'm tired tonight already. I haven't even done nothing. Yeah, viva la patata. Viva la patata. Viva la patata. Yeah, let's have a look. We're breaking out of this now. This is actually a nice little trend line coming along here. You can see we are breaking it now on the lower time frames. Obviously, it could be drawn to there, could be drawn to there. Obviously, this is all subjective because it's lower time frame stuff, but we have a small pennant playing out here. I wouldn't call it a bull flag or anything like that. You're probably, oh, it's a bull flag. Oh, it's a bull flag. It's like, oh, God, stop with the bull flag shite, please. Legends, it's just a fucking formation. Yeah, so what % of the market is retail? Good question. I would say that, when you look at like the open interest, you can get a general idea. Most of these exchanges you're looking at, like Binance, Bybit, CME, even CME to a degree, actually, with money management firms, most of them are fucking, I would classify them as retail. So, most of the market who are trading on type of exchanges you log into, through the interwebs, most of those guys are trading as retail. And then you have the bigger players who are kind of like buying on OTC and off the counter kind of stuff. So in terms of the whole market, it's probably, the whole of crypto is probably at least 50% retail based. It's only about 7 or 8% of Bitcoin is owned by institutions. So it's probably about 50%. Max, can you at least say why you're airing my questions? What questions, sir? What are you trying to say? Okay, I predict the downside. What's going on, sir? I can't read everyone's questions, can I, sir? Nagoshki Shagan Sagmotto. Yeah, it's funny. Would you say the bear market rally is officially over and the bull market is back on? No. I don't think that, no. I think that we're very close to ending a bear market rally. I think this whole thing we're doing right now is the bear market rally. I think that a lot of things are pointing in the direction of going to a bull market. Very close. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I said that we're above the 200-day moving average. We have increasing buy volume on higher time frames. We've got a good market structure. But I don't think we're in a bull market just yet. I think that the last hurdle, guys, is why I'm doing this video right now, and it's called Bitcoin Live. I think we've got to break 30K on a daily or weekly closure. And I think if we can clear this area right now, where we're at, clear it like a fucking load of leaves on your porch in fall or autumn. If we can clear this whole area here, sweep it out. I think the last level to get above is 32, but I just think that if we clear this on a daily or weekly closure, you know, something like this, we come into it like that and we come back down to it, I think actually we're going to probably get something really significant to the upside. And I think when this area is broken through and it's confirmed, I think we're in a bull market. And between, you know, 30 and 60K to get back to all-time highs, you're probably, well, you know, you're looking at about 115, 120% increase to just get to all-time highs. But I don't think we're in a bull market just yet because I just want to see that one last thing which I use in my, you know, everything is obviously coming down to a process, and the process is the 3 criteria I always use. But not every single scenario is exactly the same. Obviously, we're looking at price markets, which have been determined by people clicking green and red buttons with their emotions. So obviously, you know, things can change. And I would say that in this specific scenario, I want to see 30K get cleared. And I think that would be enough for me to say we're in a bull market. Doesn't mean then we can't have some downside after that. I just think that after we hit that 30K kind of closure above it, psychologically for the market, it's hitting 30K and closing above it. And then also, I just don't think it's likely we'll make a lower low. I don't think we'll make a new macro low, actually. I think it's quite unlikely if we, you know, if we stop here and we get a really fast jag down to 25, yes, we could probably see us coming down to 20. But, you know, I think it's quite unlikely, actually, that this market, how it looks postured at the moment, makes a lower low now in terms of, sorry, a macro lower low in terms of about 15.8. I think it's quite unlikely because we have so much coming in now. You know, in terms of support, we've got the 200-day moving average, we've got $25,000, we've got $20,000. We've got increasing, we've got the market's being bought up, guys, on the weekly. I'll show you again. You know, we ain't in this territory anymore of red, this big red bulge. This is market flow, this is money flow, this is volume. And now it's, firstly, it's green. Secondly, it's aiming up. This is this kind of territory, guys. You know, we could have times where it peters out, but this is this territory, legends. This is the beginning here. You know, we're at this beginning phase. If I get rid of this to make it clearer, actually, I can probably show you quite nicely. Let me just clear up my chart and everything for you. Let's just make this really, really clear for the indicator side. So this is the price action, obviously, guys, without any of the indications on it. When the money flow began to change, this was where it started, guys, and that was pretty much after the COVID dump Aruniente. Obviously, the COVID dump was difficult for anything to understand. The whole market was in kind of complete confusion. And you can see from here, literally, that's when this money flow began to come green. And this was this whole period here, guys, above the MAs. It was kind of flat off, if not moving up. And that was the beginning of the 2020 bull market. Going to 21. Guys, I don't know about you, but it's looking very similar. So this is very, very promising for me. I think it's unlikely that the market's going to career back down and make a lower low in terms of a macro lower low. I think it's much more likely that Bitcoin, if it did stop here, come back down to 25, and then I'm looking to buy that. I'm a buyer at 25, like I said. But I think we are at the beginning precipice of the next bull market. I got to stick to my process. You know, I got to stick to the way I look at the market. And if I suddenly said to you right now, oh yeah, we're in a bull market, then what am I going to say the next time? What am I going to say the next time? I got to stick to a process. Got to be disciplined with that process. I've had this three criteria system for the best part of 9 years. You know, this is what I use to determine a bull market in any fucking market. I'm not just talking about Bitcoin, anything. You got to have increasing buy volume on higher time frames. You got to have market structure, and you got to be above certain moving averages. And all those moving averages can change. So with Bitcoin, I like using the 200-day moving average because actually the 200-day moving average works pretty well. On traditional markets, not so much. You know, I'd say, you know, indices, I'd probably use the 21-week, or maybe maybe use an SMA instead of an EMA. You know, so there's a few. What you want to do is really you'll look at the moving averages which work the best on specific price action in terms of what you're looking at. But for me, the 200-day moving average has been very, very well documented. It's been around, obviously, it's been around for a long time. It's just the 200-day moving average of Bitcoin, and it's got a very good track record of just generally being good at determining when you're in an uptrending market or downtrending market. 21-week moving average is really good as well. Right. Come on, 80-bitty. I'm sitting here waiting for you. I'm waiting for you like I'm waiting for a child outside of school. Not any child, my child. Right? Sounds fucking crazy. It's like waiting for someone to come to you after a specific amount of time, sir. Oh, God. So, yeah, we're waiting for Zed Chaldaruniente, my Chaldaruniente after school. I wanted to fucking goddamn be happy and pump. God, this is going south, legends. What is up with the quality of the stream? Oh, no. Is it really, really fucked, is it? Why? Why have I got 700? Why am I doing 700 KB right now? Yo, babe! Can he stop streaming 4K fucking video? Glad it's your child waiting for you. Yes, yes, it's fuzzy. Oh, God. What? Right now, it looks like we're streaming out like 600. If I do that, it's gonna mess. It's probably because I'm blasting this off in the background. Let me see if that helps. I'm probably using a lot of CPU. I don't know. That was a big spaggers. Okay, it's crystal clear, is it? Hit that like button if it's crystal clear. Yeah, I can see the 200-day coming in, yeah. You look more like DiCaprio every day, dude. Well, I've had a few people say that in my time, for sure, but I'm not going to accept that because I'm going to say DiCaprio looks like me, motherfucker. What was that noise there? Yeah, DiCaprio looks like me. Yeah, so I'm thinking this, all right? Pennant formation, coming up to resistance. Come on, legends, we can do this. It's a watch party. Hit that like button, guys, as well. Got 475. Also, I want to speak about some other stuff in this video as well. We do have a new, there's a, like, OKX gave me a whole load of lucky boxes or some shit, mystery boxes. So if you want to get a mystery box, go to the description and it should say OKX, and then just make an account basically and claim one of the boxes. They gave me hundreds and hundreds of these giveaway boxes. So yeah, I can't remember if it's actually a really good exchange as well. I was looking at, okay, OKX. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's kind of come across my radar again the last couple of months. And they were like, yo, what's going on? We want to show you our exchange. We've got this options markets. We've got derivatives, etc. We've got perpetuals. And I was like, okay, let's fucking check this out. Not bad. I didn't actually think they were going to be as good as they are. Because I heard some bad stuff from the Asian side. I don't know. Everyone's like, a bit dodgy. They're like another BitMEX. But actually pretty good. OKX, there is a link below. And they're doing... So let me just get the tweet up for you. Because fuck it, that'll make things easier. They gave me hundreds of these giveaway boxes. So you can click on this, obviously, this tweet as well, but the link is just literally below my face. You can shake a box to open it, and you can win up to $10,000, maybe. Probably won't win it, but, it's worth giving it a shot. And actually, these guys do have a pretty good options market, so I want a giveaway. Well, there you go. The link's in the description below my face, probably. It should say OKX, and then you can do MDX bonus, but I think OK Trade's the same one. That's just the tracking one. So yeah, you can either come to this tweet and do it from here. Let me get the tweet for you guys. But whilst we're watching Bitcoin, you might as well just fucking do it, because you might win 10K. And I'm actually gonna drop BitGet as well. I'm not gonna. I've already made the decision. I don't know why I'm saying I'm not. I've already made the decision that I'm not gonna promote BitGet anymore. Just don't know, man. Just don't feel it with them. I don't feel it with them. I think they're probably fine. I've heard some things as well. I've heard some things about their brokerage side, and it's a bit like order books are a bit iffy. So I don't really like working with them. That's all I can say. I don't really know much about it. I do know a little bit about it, but I won't say anything on stream because there might be problems. Problems. But yeah, so no, it is. Let me make this very clear. It's a giveaway, but it is a referral link. The referral link is what gets you the giveaway, though, because you need to be under my referral to get the box, the mystery box. So if you use the link below my face, sign up to OKX. It should say on the screen mystery box. You can win a mystery box. Obviously, it's just marketing, guys, but you can win up to 10K, so you might as well do it. And then I'm thinking I'm going to make OKX my main channel partner, so it'll be Bybit, OKX, and then they got copy trading, and they haven't got any limits on copy trading. So right now the problem with Bybit with our trading bot is that there's limits. You can only do certain amounts, but OKX are going to say they're going to make that different for us. So it could be interesting for the trading bot. You guys already know that one of the most proud products that I produce for free is the MDX trading bot, because it's just so damn profitable for people. Anyone who's used it for more than 100 days is in significant profit. So this trading bot is from mdxalgo.com. It's completely free, guys. Go check it out, whatever. But we're gonna drop BitGet. They're pretty decent, but we're gonna make that OKX. And then if you use my link, obviously, if you use the link below to sign up to OKX, then you will be able to see the copy trading side for the new trading bot. And we do have another trading bot in development as well. So we've got the long-term hodl bot, we call it. Then we're gonna have a scalp trading bot, which will turn on and off depending on the market environment. So it'll be good for people who can want to trade for the long to medium term, and then you have people who want to trade the short term. So, but yeah, get your mystery box, guys. Yeah. And if you win a big, tell me in the fucking comments if you win big. But yeah, you got to use the link, guys. Use the link to get it. Like, I just want to make that completely clear. It does say don't show your referral link, but you have to use the referral links because otherwise they don't know it's me and whatever. But use it because then you do get the copy trading side as well. But I was looking at the options on it. Like, Bybit doesn't offer options. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with options. I don't usually dabble with it. I have dabbled in the past. Obviously, I've been trading for a while. But for me, it's not really important in any strategy. Maybe if you want to look for doing something like a long-term hold or buying a put on Bitcoin, saying, if it's above 20K, in 4 years, you can buy puts on it or covered calls, whatever. But like I would say, it's good for hedging as well, but it's really not actually that important at all. Options, it's really, really, it's not what's going to define you as a profitable or unprofitable trader. You need to learn how to actually trade the market first and start. Oh, I'm an options guy. It's like, well, I know a lot of options guys who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And does Bybit have options? I don't even know. I did really like the way OKX spread them out because it kind of reminded me of the options which I used to use on Deribit, but I don't know. It just had the same vibe, BTC is king. BTC is the king. We know this. Can we break out, though? Can the king break out? But yeah, you don't need to know. I could do some videos on it, but it's not really, it's not really needed. You get a lot of people like, yes, I do the options side. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, most people just, they don't know what they're fucking talking about. They're using it just for like completely ridiculous reasons. I'm just like, dude, like, you probably don't even have fucking positive P&L. Yeah, Mike C throwing in the chat. Legends, the fucking, yeah. Oh, okay, well, it's funny, isn't it? Because Bitcoin wants to go on its little moon mission. I come on stream to try and narrate over the price action doing its thing, and now it's gone boring. But obviously, we're going to get a break on this in the next couple of minutes. You have to stick with the bulls on this. I'm not going to lie, guys. Looking at the way we came into this, come into it bullish. It's postured up, and we're getting to that point now where we're just battering home. It's like, knocking on resistance's door. It's fucking just banging on it until it's going to break through it. And it's been, because we had that long time period, waiting underneath it, like this long time period underneath the resistance is positive. I was talking to a few of my guys in a few trading groups I have with some old friends and stuff. And like, there isn't many examples of price action just lingering underneath resistance for a long period of time and then not managing to get through it. It's because you're just seeing a lack of sellers basically at just underneath resistance. And, if you're just touching on resistance, you're going to eventually exhaust the order book there. So I think we're getting there. I wouldn't surprise me to have a snapback again. Momentum is looking like it is a little bit over the top, but I'm not prepared to start trying to fucking look at momentum indicators when you're in a trending market, because if this continues, it's a trend, and, I don't want to get against that. I want to wait until we get some sort of some sort of switch in momentum, and I think the momentum has generally switched on the higher time frames to bullish. You can probably hear me drinking that water. Yeah, swarm markets is looking really good. I've called a fair few altcoins, guys, the last few weeks. It's actually been very, very good. SMT did like fucking. So I've done Ultra, obviously 65% since I called it. Swarm 400%, 4x'd on it. CoinWeb's done really well as well. So these altcoins have done really, really well. I do have some more altcoins coming up. I have some more altcoins coming up, but like the thing is with my altcoin picks, like I'm not the guy who's calling every single altcoin. So you get all these fucking dudes like Altcoin Daily or Random Man who's just calling out every altcoin, and then he tries to take credit for calling every altcoin. It's like, well, yeah, you're gonna get one or two right if you call fucking 400 altcoins. With me, I'm much more specific about what I call, and I don't call that many alts, to be honest. I kind of stick to the ones I know, and I kind of do the due diligence and make sure they're good teams, etc. Because you don't really need to buy 20 fucking altcoins. All you really need to do is buy one altcoin. Like I'm talking microcap. And then that can change your whole life. Like EOS was one altcoin which no one talks about anymore, which completely changed. I went from being day trading every day, pulling 300-400, making 400, losing 900, making 600, losing 200. I was that guy just every day, just doing the day in, day out. And then there was a few altcoins which kind of just broke me from that. And that was one of those was EOS. I was buying it at 50 cents and it went to 22 fucking dollars, And that was, all you would really need is just like one altcoin. You don't need loads of them. Yeah, I've spoke about Pluton a lot. Yeah, Plutus is really, really good. There's different types of altcoins, which a lot of people don't talk about. There are altcoins that have a generally good base of a community, which is established enough for you to have a good vibe that, is likely it's going to have an increase in price in a bull market. Let's just say something like a Chainlink or a Matic or, a Cosmos. That kind of like middle bracket is like one type of altcoin where it's established, it's got a big team, it's very likely it's going to rally even if the fundamentals go downhill. And then there's like the micro cap altcoins. The ones I'm talking about is the micro cap altcoins. It's the ones which aren't proven. They don't have a big team. They're fucking not really even known in terms of what they're doing. Like Plutus is big in terms of how many customers they have, but their fucking tokens non-existent. They've just broken into the. It's like this, right? It's at a level right now where it's like it's very unlikely buying a fucking altcoin at 18 million market cap when they're breaking into a US market, it's not going to rise in price. They're on Coinbase, for fuck's sake. I think Plutus is literally on Coinbase. Let me just have a look. Yeah, TAP was another one I spoke about as well. Pluton, I'm pretty sure they're on Coinbase. Yeah, they're on Coinbase Exchange. So, okay, Coinbase actually isn't one of the best ones to be on because it's kind of like a bit, it's not perfect. You want to see like the Binances. I think actually KuCoin is probably a bigger asset than Coinbase in quite a lot of respects, especially for an altcoin like Plu. But if it gets a Binance listing this and they break into the US market at $16 million market cap, like, leggies, I don't think it's going to go but too badly, is it? Nvidia. Yeah, I'm not really looking at any of the traditional stock market stuff at the moment, man. I think Bitcoin is kind of the one on the radar right now for most people. I look at some indices, but I'm not going to go back into trading traditional, individual stocks and shares right now. The only ones I'd really give a fuck about right now, I think Tesla's looking to me like it's going to come down a bit lower. We've already kind of seen a bit of... I want to see Tesla come into this zone, and I'm looking to super buy Tez. Amazon, I think it's already passed its sell by date. Nah, it's not actually there yet. Meta is doing I can't believe Meta actually is doing what I thought it was going to do on this fractal. I will buy the next dump on Meta. Google, I think maybe it's probably there as well. It looks like quite a nice bottoming out formation there as well. And then I had a few other ones like Microsoft, but I'm not really looking to buy Microsoft. Like, I love Bill Gates. That's a controversial thing to say now. I love Bill Gates. That's apparently not... No one can say that. But I'm not really up for buying it right now, to be honest. There's a few things which came out about Bill Gates with the whole... the vaccination side of things, it does look a little bit like, look, Bill Gates is a net positive for the world. I'm not going to go into Bill Gates' fucking chat right now because everyone's getting a bit too over the top with it. But Bill Gates is a net positive for humanity in general, just from what he's done. But there is a few weird things about, his tie to the Pfizer vaccine stuff, which I'm just a bit like, what? Like, come on, dude. Like, you're fucking hundreds of billions of dollars and you're trying to flip some stock for Pfizer. I'm just like, nah, I'm not really up for that. Liar, he's definitely not. He definitely is net positive for humanity. Let's be completely fucking realistic here. Even if he is a horrible bastard for trading Pfizer to create vaccines, maybe that's bad. But he eradicated malaria, which is one thing. He eradicated malaria in Africa. He had built the best software, that's arguably the best, but the most used software on planet Earth for computers. You just got to look at the pros and cons, legends, haven't you? Up or down, guys? Well, right now it looks like it's going up our freaking arse cracks. It's pumping, legends. Up against resistance right now. I think we could have a little bit of a drawdown from here, but smashing through. Gates is the boss. Gates is boss. He's done pretty beast, but there's a lot of hate for him for the whole Pfizer thing. You Illuminati. Yeah, bro, look. Let me get my fucking ring out. I'm going to freak you legends out. Can you see that? Join. Subscribe. Join me and subscribe to the Illuminati. Yeah. No, what? Not net positive for young girls. Yeah, if he ever gets proven guilty for any of that shit, in terms of I was gonna say that Epstein shit, then yeah, I'll say 100% net negative for humanity. But you're innocent until proven guilty, and we can't have we can't have specific you're guilty when you haven't been proven it, because we're all like, yeah, release fucking Top G, innocent until proven guilty, and then everyone turns around and says, oh, he's guilty, you don't need to prove it. Well, let's live with a little bit of consistency in our lives. Innocent until proven guilty, sir. Let's live in a rational world where everyone has fair fucking values in a free society. I'm up for that. So, if he's innocent until proven guilty, net positive. If someone comes out and is like, look, mate, Bill, we've got you on camera doing some mad shit, you're done for, then I'm like, listen, boss, I'll flip that motherfucking script around. Yeah, I don't know about McAfee. I know Epstein didn't kill himself, obviously, but McAfee, I don't know about McAfee. I don't know what actually happened to him. Did he kill himself? I don't know. I think he did kill himself because he just didn't want to go to jail in the United States at his age. I don't think anyone was after McAfee, really. I think he was more after. Well, I think they were after him, but they weren't after him because he was a threat to the public. They were after him because he didn't pay any tax. So they were just trying to get some money out of the guy. It wasn't strictly speaking to do with, him being a threat to really like a Julian Assange type of thing. That whole Julian Assange thing is mad as well. Like, there's a lot of it going around. Like, I'm not massively into the whole Julian Assange thing, but I do know that it's quite funny that fucking America are like, yeah, freedom of speech, legends. And they go lock up some dude for releasing a whole load of free speech about the Iraq War and other places. Fuck. It's a little bit nuts, legends out there. We're getting into the deep stuff. The deep state stuff. Yeah, well, McAfee, I was always in a split place. I was always half and half with McAfee. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a move here, guys. I was always half and half with McAfee. He was kind of cool, and he had some great views, and he believed in free market principles and sound money, etc. But then I was always just a bit like, he is just absolutely fucking mental. And he said some weird shit about how, people should be able to shoot children that speak when they're not spoken to. And he said a lot of weird shit towards the end, which just went a bit too far for me. I was a bit like, yeah, okay, dude, like, you kind of just need to chill now because you're just getting real insane. Yeah. Love this channel. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about some other weird shit, man. No tax Mackie. My name is Max. I don't pay no tax, legends. Yeah, this whole lizard people thing as well. Like, you know, when you see... Oh, what was that thing I saw on Twitter recently with the whole... Let me see if I can find it. It was like a video from What was it? I don't know. It was a video from the White House, okay? And it was the hearing for Donald Trump. And there's like some dude like miles away from the camera, like a little bit blurry. And like his nose and his eyes begin to get like, you know, distorted because of the camera. And then this guy's like, yeah, this is 100%. This is not okay. This guy is not normal. There is something happening here. He is a fucking lizard. And I was like, guys, like, come on. Like, this, it's not happening. Like, if there was a dude whose eyes were morphing and his ears were morphing, there would have been someone in the fucking room who would have seen it. Some guy, I would have seen it if I was there. There would have been some dude who would have seen it. And then it'd be complete mayhem, chaos in that room. It would be like people screaming, like, oh my fucking God, look at his eyes. He's a fucking... And then it would be like a fucking free-for-all. We've never had a free-for-all like that. Right, we're getting a breakout on Itty Bitty right now. It's held trend. Lizard people. Lovely. Can we please just do this now, Itty Bitty? I'm streaming. We have an average view duration of 10 minutes per person, okay? So that means people have been waiting for 10 minutes on average to see the Itty Bitty breakout. Can we please just get the move we've all been waiting for? I'm really up for it. We get above this region here. You can see all this support building up beneath us now. So this actually, I've got the indicators basically set on it. I could probably get rid of the buy and sell signals to make it clearer for you, but... If we leave on support and resistance, yes, we can put that on. We can put trade setups on as well. That'd be easy. And then we've got trend exhaustion, take profits. Market flow we can turn on as well. So, watch this. Watch this. We've got a big update coming to the indicators as well. Lizard people in skin suits will trend this year. Crunky, brother. Come on, man. Just stop it, you silly monkey. Stop it. So what this does now, it actually does trade setups for you. So it actually said to buy. It's got the stop loss for you. So the buy entry was here, stop loss. But you can see it's drawing on all the support regions. We have the SR levels, so you can see these blue lines. It's just perfectly drawn on for you. Like, it's not, it could have been a little bit lower, but it's pretty fucking good for automatic AI. And then, yeah, so you got your TPs coming up here. We do have some bearish divergence coming in here now. If we just get a straight break, it would look something like this, like a fucking quick move down to support, like boosh. Then you're looking for shorts. But right now, this is long until proven otherwise. For fuck's sake, this is going to go. Yes, secret agent man. You degen scalp that shit, bro. We're degen scalping together. I'm here with you. I'll give you, when we get some price action moves, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. Look at that fucking Chad candle, legends. Just blasting us up to the top side of resistance. We haven't even been this high. It does look a little bit... Yeah, it does look a little bit like... I've seen this before, legends. You know when you've seen this before? And it's like hit, hit, hit. If you actually get normal RSI up on it, you'll probably see there's some bearish divergence. But I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to stick straight to flat price action. Not get any of those momentum indicators. You know, I want to have a clear mind. Because I know if this does break and continue, momentum indicators will go out of Z window. Because this could just be... This just could be a complete order book flush. See on the flippers. We got so many fucking shorts, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. What was I saying before? Like, I was saying it was an outlier. This is not even an outlier. This is good. We want to see this. We want to see more shorts. What the fuck am I talking about? We're liquidating those shorts right now. The more shorts, the better. I'm long, strong, and down to get my degen on. Yes, brother. Love it. Here we go. Been waiting for pissing weeks. Start the short squeeze already. Well, yeah, well, I was saying before, I don't know why. Okay, it's not ideal. There is an outlier because we still have 47% of the market is long. It's not ideal. It'd be nice if it was 80% short. Okay. But still, the market is postured more short. You know, it's good because we know the fuel's to go up. We have had this nice switch as well. So this is a switcheroo-niente. Very simple chart. This is using a combination of EMAs. 21. And you can see that we do have the flips. Found support on it. Very nice. Resistance. Very nice. So you can see first break of EMA. Resistance. See on the flippers. First break of EMA. Supportos. See on the flippers. So it's looking pretty nice there. I do quite like that. Let's just get through this. I don't think it goes right now through it now. I do think we're going to get some sort of pullback. But if we come back down and then we just find a higher low, like say in this region between here, if we find a higher low there, that's nice and straight. I drew that line, legends. If we do this, yeah, that's going to be very, very good for Bitcoin because it's likely going to have some sort of pullback. We do have this significant bearish divergence indication on one of my indicator suites, and these do a pretty good job at just, you know, picking you the local tops and bottoms, and you can see that's already played out quite nicely. But it wouldn't surprise me to see it come down a bit, but it's just whether we're going to make that higher low, and this line here is pretty much the next level of support in terms of here, and if we do get that, this could be the time we break out to 32,000, and 32k is the next level in the sand for me, line in the sand for me for resistance. And if we get a weekly closure above here, you know, obviously the week's just started, so a lot can happen. But, you know, if you're going to be... Because obviously if we got another whole week, in essence, till the weekly close, then I'm going to say to you, all we need is a couple of dailies. Because I'm not going to be like, no, actually, I'm going to wait for the whole week till the close to get bullish. Well, no, obviously. Like, if we just carry on mooning to the fucking... You know, in a week's time, we could be at 48. And like, oh, we got the weekly close. We're at 48 already. Well done. Really good fucking analyzing the market there. That's one of the things, actually, one of the issues you have with automated strategies and stuff like that with candle closes. So it's very difficult to intuitively know these types of things. But with a human being who's been trading for 10 years, you can do it. So I'd say if we get a couple of daily closes, then it's looking good. How about on-chain metrics? Biggest wells. Look, okay, I've said my part about on-chain. You know, on-chain's amazing. I love the information. I love the data. I think it's very, very interesting. I think you could probably pull out some types of quantifiable information from it, but you don't need it. You simply don't need it. It can give you potentially maybe some longer term time frame quantifiable information to put into maybe a strategy, but you don't need it because I've been trading for 10 years and I haven't used it till looking at it recently. I do think it can give you an insight into some things, but I don't think you can't really base a full-blown price action trading strategy around it. Obviously, it can be a bit biasy to your mind. You can kind of interpret things quite subjectively with it. There is no entry with subjectivity, so I'd say that for me, I'll look at it, but I won't, you know, really go by saying, oh, look at this, look at all the outflow of crypto coming off exchanges. Yes, that can create a supply shock. That could be positive for the price going up, but there's no real evidence. It's not quantifiable. It's the same thing as everyone being like, yes, that news is good. It's another newsy type of thing, but it is quite interesting. But I like I say, guys, you gotta pick your poison in trading, and for me, I just stick to the traditional stuff which has worked for me and has worked for other people for long periods of time, like traditional SR with some momentum indicators, etc. And then we're looking at stuff like price recognition, pattern recognition. So you really don't need all that kind of jazz. You know, there's really anything you can do. And also, like, you know, a lot of the time when it comes to basing your entries on-chain, you can't even see the price half the time. So where is the stop loss? Where is the entry? Where is the trade? Definitely good for narrative, but when I look at on-chain, I'm just like, it's probably going to go up in the long term. That's what I kind of get to, but it's not an entry for a short-term trade. One of my favorite ones, actually, if I was going to pick one I liked, was unrealized P&L, or realized to unrealized P&L ratio. If someone has a chart, post a link on CoinGlass or whatever, but there is quite a good chart, which I think is the most valuable one, which is, it just shows you the amount of wallets which are an unrealized loss or profit. So unrealized, I think it's just unrealized, unrealized. I can't remember exactly how it is, but it's quite interesting because it shows you basically when all the wallets are in profit, and then it shows you when all the wallets are not in profit or in losses. And I think that's probably one of the most, quantifiable things you can look at, because usually when the market, everyone's in profit, that is impossible to not be near to the top of a market cycle. When everybody's in profit, you're getting close, and you can't fool that, because you can't, like, it's very, very real. It's a very real metric. You're very close to the top on that, because people are going to start taking profit at some point, and then you're going to go into a market cycle, because what all market is it's this. There's a true realized value of something, but the true value is determined by subjective creatures who are buying and selling things with emotions. So you have the true value of something, and you have its general moving average, and then you have animals getting too greedy and too fearful and being erratic, in essence. And you have this true value of something, which is determined obviously by millions of people coming to an indirect decision. But that true value, you could say, is never really met, because we have animals with emotions trying to get to that true realized value. So it's chaotic in essence. But there is something there in the middle, but we're just going up and we're going down. We're going up and down. But generally speaking, the longer term, if you look at Bitcoin, it's being adopted more by its longer term prospect. Net unrealized profit and loss. I think that is what you are talking about. I think it is net unrealized profit and loss. I do really like that one. I think that's a good one. I think that's a keeper. I do like. I think that's a keeper. Adder. Yeah, I can look at Adder. I want to keep an eye on this price action right now, because I do want to see if we're going to get the move we've all been waiting for. Let's just go down a couple clicks on this as well. So yeah, you can see we're having these, is slightly overbought on lower time frames, but look at that fucking flip there. Boosh. You can actually get the order books up on here as well. I think you can. Let me quickly check for you, sir. Nah, just leave it like that. Frickin' animals. Yeah, we're frickin' animals, bro. We are literally animals. I was thinking to myself, like, the other day when I was going down the AI rabbit hole, I was thinking to myself, like, AI and robots are basically just, they're just like emotionless, logical. They're the boundaries of what they compute or think, in essence. They're not really sentient, but they think. They are like purely based on logic and no emotion. So it's almost just like they live in the realm. There's no animal instincts in their realm. They don't live in the animal realm in terms of like all of the weird animal emotions we have, like jealousy, hate, fear, love. All animals feel these things. Even if you're a cow, you still feel the same emotions as a human being. So robots basically, in essence, are just like pure logic in terms of what they're computing. So it's kind of inevitable that these robots are going to be just insanely more productive and insanely more clever than human beings, because they're not clouded, or like they're not, they're not, the word would be this, they are not confused by emotion. So they're gonna fucking take over, legends. We're fucked. We're done for. yeah, if you really think about human beings' progress and efficiency, all innovation is, you know, making things more efficient for human beings. That's all innovation is at its core, making things cheaper and more efficient. So if like every single good decision you've ever made has usually been based on pure logic, other than things that involve other human beings, i.e. love and friendship and stuff, you know, you probably made a better decision. Well, even saying that, it's probably not true. You probably marry someone, if you think about it, you probably marry someone better if you think about it logically than emotionally, because actually you think about the pros and the cons and you actually marry someone who's good for you instead of just like, oh yeah, she's so pretty. All that shit. Like, it's probably, every single decision you ever make is probably better based on logic than emotion. So like, that means that just fundamentally AI is just going to make better decisions, obviously, because it has no judgment. It's not confused or mixed up by its emotion. It's almost, it's kind of fucking crazy. I'm thinking about it. It's just, we live in the animal world of instinctual. We have animal instincts built into us. Love, hate, jealousy. All these things are just built into us naturally. It's instinctual for us to feel these things. It's impossible not to feel them. I've been trading for 10 years. I still feel the fucking things, but you know how to manage them. So like when you have an AI, which is super intelligent and only uses logic and reason, and it's not even reason to a degree. It's not reasoning. It's just logical. It always comes up with the most logical solution. Like, what realm is that living in? Like, what is its realm? We're in the animal instinctual realm. They're in the logic realm. Just pure logic. It's going to be mad. Like, it's just going to be absolutely insane, the capabilities of this. Yeah, but AI won't laugh. Laughing is an animal instinctual thing. Laughing is to do with recognition from other human beings. So like the other animals just laugh as well, but it's about showing gratitude and recognition and showing that you like someone as well. You know, if you laugh at someone's jokes, you usually like them, especially with women. So just re-jog this a second. Oh god, the order book's going red, sir. So we're coming down a little bit nice on the old price action here, sir. But let's get on the horse racing. So now we just flip to a short. Let's have a look at that. Look at that TP at the end there. Beautiful. So yeah, I think I said before, I think we're going to come down a little bit. It'll be interesting to see if we come down to 28,900. That would be where I look to buy. And if we hold support there, we're going to the moon, legends. We're going up. We're going up. We're going up. We're going up. Yeah, it's going to be one of those weird ones. I feel a bit cabin fever today. I haven't even been outside. It's Monday. I've been working all day. Calls, shit like that. Can I use AI to change your voice? Just don't make me say any weird racist weird shit, okay? Just don't fuck me over, okay? Don't have me saying like I am a Nazi. Well, I just said it, so you don't even need to make me say it. I am a Nazi and I believe in German goddamn killing of Jews. Let's just get it. I've said it now, so I'm done for. But just don't AI me doing that. Because if you AI me doing that, I'm not happy. I can say it if I want to say it, I want to say it. If you want to AI me saying it, fuck you. I'll say it if I want to say it, legends. You said it. Yeah, good times. Clip it. Clip it, lol. Clip it. No, I'm completely sick of it. I'm completely sick of this whole, like, thing online where if you say something online, apparently, like, now you mean it. Like, some of my friends say the sickest jokes. Like, they literally say jokes which are fucking ridiculous. Like, and it's like, so it's funny because it's so ridiculous. It's just like, dude, that is disgusting. What the fuck are you doing? Like, racist jokes, like jokes about fucking babies. Like, I know some of my friends are insane. They say some of those. It's almost just like a shock and awe joke. And I don't automatically now think they are these things. So why is it the same on the internet? Like, just because you say something on the internet, like, doesn't mean it means anything. It's just like, it's just a fucking joke. So I'm just sick of it, really. I'm just sick of, like, it's like the guy goes on the internet, they find someone saying something, they clip it, like, oh my god, you said this thing. It's like, well, what? Like, if you went to the pub and there was some random dude sitting there making horrible jokes, you'd just be like, okay, look, I'm just they're funny, but I'm not, you could even say they're not funny and be like, okay, I'll see you on the flippers. I'm going to go to a different area of the bar. But on the internet, no. I'm just fucking sick of it. Like, I hate Piers Morgan, but I actually am beginning to like him. Because if you watch his show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, it is literally hilarious. Like, what's happening to the world. I think he does a good job of, generally speaking, taking the narrative. The overall narrative of shit. I've got time to be going down every fucking rabbit hole and all this gender fluid fuckers, and then you got all the fucking feminists, and then you got all the fucking people now doing this thing called... the thing which is going on in London right now? Anyway, I don't follow it. Like I said, I don't even know the name of it. It's the guys who are doing the LGBT shit. It's like that, right? I can't be asked to go down every avenue. So he just kind of encapsulates it into one package. And I know he's got his bias, right? And I don't like him generally, but I'm beginning to like him because he's talking fucking truth. I opened a short. Where'd you open your short at, brother? What are your pronouns? Like, I don't even like what? Like, what are my pronouns? You can call me whatever you fucking want. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just a man. I don't even think of myself as like mine. What are my pronouns are this? Mine. They're all mine. It's like, no. Yeah, I know you're joking, bro. I know. But like, I'm fucking making a joke out of that question because I know people say that shit. I'm not having a go at you, Simon. I'm just saying that people say that in America. Well, so what are your pronouns? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are my pronouns? What? Like, just call me what you want. And if I don't like what you say, then I won't be your friend. What happened to that? But you didn't call me by my pronoun. What? Like, give me your ID, okay? If this is the solution to the whole problem, and I'm not going down this fucking goddamn thing. The solution is this, okay? When someone comes up to you and you say, "How you doing, bro?" and they go, "Actually, sorry, my pronoun is they." I'll just go like this. Okay, look, I'm just gonna live in the real world right now. Show me your ID, because I don't know what the fuck you are. You're saying you're they. That doesn't make any sense to me. They does not make sense. It's plural. I just don't understand what you're saying. So you just go, show me your ID. What does this jurisdiction, what does the government of this country define you as? A Mr. or a Mrs.? They show the ID. I say, it says Mr. on here. I'm just going to call you sir. I'm going to call you a man because it says on your ID that you're a man. If I just start saying they and she, then if I start calling you a woman when you're deemed as a man, right, then it just makes a whole load of problems. Because I'm like, well, what happens if I see you go into a fucking woman's toilet? Am I supposed to be like, dude, don't go in there, man. My girlfriend's in there or something. Like, once if my girlfriend went into the woman's toilet, then you followed her in. What am I supposed to say? Like, no, bro. What the fuck are you doing? I'm not going to be like, oh, actually, it says, you said you're a woman now, so it's okay. Show me your fucking ID, bro. I want to see some ID. This is the solution. I'm asking for ID. I'm calling them what it says on their ID. Like, that's it. Have you got any identification, brother? Because I'm not playing in your games. Like, you can't say you're a fucking chick when you're not. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm just not having it. What? Wait, they just added pronouns in California IDs. Oh my god. You must ask for passport. Okay, yeah, passport. Yeah, passport, yeah. That's what I mean, ID. Like national I-fucking-D. Not driver's license, not something you just made yourself. The LGBTGCVP, the LMFOMOGPSH ID, which you fucking pulled out your asshole and then scanned it on the way out. No. Right, we're dumping. First TP's hit. So literally, guys, you can see here that this trades for you because it did the entry price. There's the first TP. You would have hit that nicely. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and watch the price and just talk about random shit. Yeah, the LGBT, don't mess with me. My name's Mackie MC. I don't give a shit if you're a girl or a B. Don't fuck with me. All that shit, you know. Nah, man. Crypto is doing nada. So I'm going to talk about some random shit which no one really cares about and just talk about it. I went to court for murder, but I identified as innocent. They let me off. Well, it's a good point, mate, because, like, I could just identify. I could be like, actually, I don't identify as a British citizen. I identify as a Martian, so I'm not under the realm of law, and I don't abide to the law because I'm not a human. Like, think about it. Like, if a dog killed a woman or a man, the dog doesn't go down for murder, does it? It's not a human being. So I identify as a dog. And then the guy's like, well, you're not a dog. It's like, well, what do you mean I'm not a fucking dog? I say I'm a dog, so I'm a dog, bro. It's exactly the same as a man saying I'm a woman or a woman saying I'm a man. It's like, no, but I'm a man. Even though it's a woman it's the same fucking thing. I'm a brokey, but I identify as a crypto millionaire. Well, I am a crypto millionaire, and I identify as a brokey. Same thing. Don't make any sense. Can't happen. Yeah, I'm just literally just like just such bullshit. Yeah, it's actually hilarious though how the world has come to this. Like, how has that happened? Like, how we got to that point? Like, it's absolutely insane. Like, how the world is like that right now. And maybe we're just seeing maybe like the internet just makes it so we always see the most extreme parts of shit. But like, it's just mental. Like, why are people saying that? Just why do you even want to identify as that? Like, what's the point? Like, you have a dick, dude. You don't have to be a chick to get some attention. Yeah, it's so strange. It's hilarious. It's kind of entertaining in a way. It's just like entertaining watching Piers Morgan Uncensored and being like, is this what's going down? Like, it kind of makes shit funny though, because if it was all normal, it wouldn't be as funny to watch. TP2 hit. TP2 getting hit there, legends. Look at that. Beautiful. TP2. Let's have a look. I suppose I can put it on here as well. Let's just do the actual supply and demand. Trade setup. SR could suppose leave on as well. So these are the MDX indicators, guys. MDX Algo 3. You can see here that they actually will do setups for you. So you can come here. It's on a different time frame. What time frame should we be on? So let's go on the 1 minute. This actually nailed that long call. It's just blasted through all the TPs. Yes, let's have a look what we get to. So yeah, you can see it. Entry was 28,000 something, and now we're down to nearly TP3. Actually, support's coming in here, so we will see what we're going to get. What I'll do for now is get rid of market. Oh, you know what? I'll get rid of trend 1. Leave market flow on. Looks pretty neat. Max, give me your money. I identify as you. Therefore, because I identify as you, you are technically doing identity theft, and you owe me everything what you have, because I am you. I identify as you. It's insane. This is a thing. But yeah, you can see, guys, MDX Algo 3. This is an indicator which will literally trade for you. Go over to mdxalgo.com if you are interested. It's a pretty cool platform. And also, legends, I forgot to mention, you can go and get a mystery box, free mystery box. Basically, OKX gave me a whole load of mystery boxes. I think it's pinned. If you want a free mystery box on me, yeah, basically go over to this tweet and click the links below me as well in the description. So go to OKX and then click on the links, and then you can get a free mystery box up to 10k. Good luck, legends. They've given me hundreds of these fucking mystery boxes to give out. So yeah, go to this tweet, which is pinned, or go to the description below my face and then just make an account. Simple as that. And then you might win 10K from a mystery box. And it's a bit of fun, eh? A bit of fun, you know what I mean, yeah? I got $1 from the box. Okay, we'll try again, bro. I've got a lot of boxes to give away. So just keep going. I identify as MDX. Right. I identify as MDX. Like, this is... I identify as the bank vault, so you have to let me in. What up, Ultimate Legend? Mike C. Yeah, Mike C's a G. Secret Agent Man's one of our ultimate legends in the group. I think you're from... he's a Mexican brother. A Mexican brother. That sounded hilarious. Is it you who posts the Secret Agent Man? Do you post your lunch sometimes, bro? Because it looks fucking delicious. I want that food. I identify as MDX's black best friend, Ethan from the Dugger. Yeah, I'm just gonna identify as black. Why can't I identify as black then? Like what? Like what? I'm black, legends. I am black. Done. Can you give us an elevator summary of your career? Doesn't have to be specific. Curious with what you started with, the major milestones in your career. Peter, I've actually spoken about this many times on this channel, like my whole thing, but right now, maybe I'll do it in a minute, but right now I'm kind of in a different mood. I'm just kind of like messing around. We got a couple of TP signatures here. Long story short, mate, been trading for probably around 10 years. Yeah, almost a decade now. And then started off trading FX markets, foreign exchange markets. The first things I was trading was stuff like Australian dollar to Great British Pound and US dollar to Great British Pound and Australian dollar to US dollar. And then went into individual stocks and shares, traded commodities for a while, and then found crypto in 2017, which was the beginning for MDX. Well, I actually started the YouTube channel like 2019, but I knew I was going to be into crypto more than other shit because it's just so much more exciting. Like I know the other space. Like most people don't get it. Like they've just come into crypto and that's it. Traditional is fucking... Yeah, it hasn't been shit like Tesla and Apple and Google. Like that volatility has all been recently. Back in 2012, 11, 13, 14, there wasn't that type of volatility. The only thing which was exciting was crypto. Yeah, 24/7 markets is very interesting, but also FX markets are, theoretically 24/7 if you just jump from time zone to time zone. So you can just move, around the world to whichever, market pair is open. So you can actually theoretically trade Forex 24/7. You just have to move around the world with the time zones. And with online trading brokers, it's pretty easy to do that. Mystery box. Okay, but I forgot to say you got to use the link. Oh no, I forgot to tell you the link, didn't I? Where is the fucking link? Yeah, it's on Twitter, isn't it? I'll post the actual link. So this is the actual link. I don't know if this is going to work in terms of putting it in YouTube, but we'll see what happens. Get your mystery box, legends. Get your mystery box, legends. I don't know if this will work, but see if you can click that link. It probably won't work. Yes, it's not even come up as a link, sir. I have to put the whole HTTPS thing in the front of it, don't I? If someone could help me out, that'd be great. Mikey boy, can you put the link there? And then you just click that and you can get a mystery box off OKX. Really good exchange as well. There is, they have good options on it and good derivatives markets and perpetuals, etc. Yeah, well, yeah, link is on Twitter, yeah, I suppose. The link's on Twitter. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Do you have to KYC? It's Asia, so, Everyone open your mystery boxes. I think most people are getting between $1 and $2. I'm just going to complete disclosure, but I think you can win up to 10K. It's weird. Bybit won't let me log in as you. Won't let me log in as you. What the fuck? They don't know I identify as you. Bigots. The golden god. I like your logic, bro. I like the way you think. By the way, we're beginning to turn around from these TPs. You can see here, guys, that all these indications you're seeing on the screen, they don't repaint. They don't come off and come on. You've seen on this stream that all these indications have been directly happening. This is one of the secret sources to my trading. These indicators, guys, they do it all for you. Yeah, there we go. OKX link. Oh, that's actually a really nice way you've structured that piece of text. So I will replace the pinned message with your pinned message. I don't know if it's the correct link. Maybe it's the correct link. It doesn't say MDX bonus, but maybe that works. You need to use the link from Twitter to get it to work, but we'll see. But yeah, so basically, legends. Yeah, if you go to mdxalgo.com, you can get these indicators. CryptoXGamer, go to mdxalgo.com. Obviously, this is my product. I sell these indicators. This is my company, right? So I've built these indicators over the last... How long have we been building indicators now for? Fuck, it's pretty about 4 years now. But they you can get them from mdxalgo.com. It's $60 a month. But if you use the code at the moment, we're doing it for another couple of weeks. Use the code MDX50. Let me just check, actually, because the team's been so fast on it recently. So, yeah, it's MDX50. You get 50% off your first payment. So if you just type in MDX50 at checkout, you get the indicators, obviously. You actually get a whole load of shit. You get access to the Discord. We have live coaching sessions, seven live coaching sessions a week. Anyway, go to the website, mdxalgo.com, look at what you get. We've just kind of ramped it up in terms of the giveaway, so it's 50% off. But these indicators are something I use every single day, and it's encompassing my own traditional strategy. And I also have a trading bot, but anyway, I won't bore you to death, legends. You know what to do. We've got thousands of people using it. It's actually been a real success, actually, the whole thing, the last few months, because it's just intuitive for people to use at the beginning. You know, it's not like you have to really know anything about trading. It really does bring you into beginner, intermediate, and advanced level, especially with the new coaches. But yeah, this is a trade setup. So the blue line is entry, green line's a take profit. You can see blue is entry, take profits. TPs mean over exhaustion. The market's moved. This is you saw this in real time. This is 4 counts of bearish divergence. You know, not every single indication is going to be perfect, but you can see here that most of the time you get an exhaustion signature, you're getting at least a snapback to the mean. So it's $60 a month, but use MDX50 and you get 50% off your first month. It's actually better, though, to use someone's referral link. Because if you use someone's referral link, you get 15% off every single month for life. But most people just buy yearly with that anyway. How to use trading setup with TP. So literally, you go double-click MDX Algo 3. So this is the indicator. And then you just turn on trade setup. Choose your risk. So this is basically the percent risk which you want to use in your strategy. Obviously, this is defined by whatever you want to do. The higher the risk amount is the looser the stop loss. And you can tailor this yourself. But I would say that, there we go, it just changed. You know, this is actually probably quite good. But I would say, you know, what I want to keep mine down to is 1 or 2. You know, if you want to be a little bit more loose with crypto, because we know crypto is quite wicky, so you know 1% stop is not 1% price action, but 1% of your portfolio. So you can choose your stop wherever it is, but I'm just saying that your risk parameter and percent on this specific indicator is what you set. So you can be a little bit more loosey-goosey with it, because we know that Bitcoin can wick its way up for fucking 4 or 5% in a second, literally. Does 50% work on the lifetime sub? Well, yes, I think it does. But I think we already have that already set at $2,000. So the lifetime is $2,000. I don't think you get half off 2,000. I'll have to check my CTO, but I'm pretty sure that I think it is still $2,000 for lifetime, because obviously lifetime is for life. Yearly though, I think it will work. So I think if you click get it. Let me just see if it works. MDX50. Yeah, so that works. I'm doing it with you, sir. $349 is for yearly, which is pretty ridiculous because it's like you're getting it for like $34 a month. Actually, wait, less than that. Let's have a look if we get this. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't work for this because, yeah, no, this is already set. It's already more than half price anyway. Where in the UK are you from? I will tell you now, sir. But let me just keep an eye on the charts. Born in okay, it doesn't matter where I was born. I was born in London, but I was kind of brought up in Hampshire, Wiltshire area, near Salisbury, Winchester, Bristol. Yeah, I know Devon really well. Oh yeah, I know Bristol. Yeah, I went to Bristol Uni. 15 years. Yeah. Bristol. So yeah, you literally nailed it. Born in London, lived in the West Country, near Bristol. I actually went to Bristol University, so you're right, Peter. I do have the Bristol vibes. Yeah, and then I got into trading at about 21. Went to Australia to trade. Was doing other jobs. Well, I didn't go to Australia to trade. I went to Australia and then wanted to trade because I didn't want to work. And then, yeah, kind of did the journey through that, really. Had some really good mentors from London. I knew some people who used to trade as well in traditional commodity markets, majority of those guys. A lot of the best traders in the world are commodity guys, you know. I think it's because commodity traders understand the premise of market dynamics a little bit clearer in terms of supply and demand. Especially gold and silver traders, they understand the premise of sound money as well, which I think is very, very important for most traders. You know, a lot of the guys who get into individual stocks and shares become more of investors than traders because they kind of get glued. It's like any altcoin guy. They're not really traders. They just die on the hill with their, they just die on the hill with their religion of whatever altcoin it is. It's kind of what people do with stock as well. But with commodities, it's like, who the fuck gives a fuck about corn? Like, you can't really like get emotionally attached to nickel or corn or oil. It's very, very, very true price action, and it is. I know a lot of guys who trade commodities quite well. I know Southville though. I know Southville. I never used to live there, but I did stay there for a bit in Southville. The place I stayed in was Clifton and Redland, Clifton. I think I stayed in a place, Bedminster, for a bit. There was an area of Bristol as well. In the main central area, Queen's Square, I think it was. Yeah, Bristol, Winchester's great. Like, that whole area of the world, like, if there were a few places in the world that are, like, very, very safe, very nice in general, good people, and a good quality of life in general, you know, Winchester, Hampshire, Avon, Bristol, maybe down to Bournemouth, places like, you know, Devon, it's probably one of the nicest places to live in the world. You know, it really is. In terms of just like generally quite a nice, you know, I'm not saying it's the beach in, you know, Malibu Beach, or it's like, you know, the Thailand, you know, like in a beautiful beach, or, you know, fucking Maldives. It's not that level. I'm not saying I would rather live in the Maldives than obviously fucking Bristol, but I'm saying that if you want a good standard of life, good people, generally a good place to get a job, it's one of the best places to live in the world. Come on, Bitcoin. Bro, do you lift? Lifting right now, baby. Lifting it up. Yeah, Bristol's pretty sweet, man. It's a good place. I need to go back. How's the internet? Why is my internet only doing 700 kbs? Like, is that even okay? Like, legends. Can you even see me? Let me just change my stream output because that is absolute garbage. I'll turn the bit rate down. The bitters. Let's see what we get if I do that, my leggies. Yeah, that did fuck all. Sweet bollocks all. Is it blurry or anything? No, I won't do the 100k party in Bristol. I'll do the 100k party in Ibiza, Legends. In the movie Ibiza. Guys, how's the stream looking? Does it look okay? Because we're doing like 6 KBs. Why? Just not okay with that, you know. I'm just not happy. Not happy with that in any way, shape, or form, sir. I'd much rather see the KBs a bit higher. I don't know why that's so low. Okay, now it's jumped. Okay, now it's jumped even more. Yeah, I just need to get back to my old spot where I had good internet. But I have good internet. It's just been weird because I live in Cyprus at the moment, so I basically am on an island. I'm actually miles away from the biggest router station, link station. So we actually use a fucking massive thing on the roof, a aerial. Going to Ibiza on the 16th of August. That's a good time to be going, my guy. I did like 2 months there a few years back. I did it from about, yeah, July, August. June to August was pretty beast. Yeah, let's do Cyprus. Cyprus is sick, man. Cyprus is good. Cyprus is a good place. I actually really like it. I never thought I'd end up here for this long. I actually managed to get a visa here and a bank and everything, so I got a year visa. I actually do reside. My actual residency for tax right now and where I live is Dubai. So like that's where my ID. If someone came up to me and asked me for my ID, I'd give them the ID license because I don't reside in England and I'm not actually technically a resident of England right now. Sorry, I'm a citizen of England, but I'm not a resident. So, and Dubai is my main spot, but I'm in Cyprus for the best part of this year and it's been pretty good. Got a visa, really nice people here, relaxed, good weather, cheap, good food, not 20 billion degrees like Dubai. So Cyprus is decent, you know. It's a great place to come. I actually would recommend it. You've got Ayia Napa if you want to party. You've got Limassol for more of a chilled vibe. They got a pretty good history of Bitcoin as well. People understand Bitcoin now. I don't pay tax because I'm on a visitor's visa. My name is Max. I don't pay tax because that's my motto. And I made that come true by doing the whole Dubai, you know, company structure, etc. And then I don't pay tax in Cyprus because I need a cigarette. That's what I need. I don't pay tax because my name's Max. No, I don't pay tax because I'm on a visitor's visa. But I think tax is pretty lenient here. They've had problems though, Cyprus. Like, don't get me wrong. There's been some really bad shit with the banks here. You know, Cyprus used to be a tax haven. I'm pretty sure. So this is coming from I don't know the actual source, but Cyprus used to be a tax haven, and it used to have hundreds of billions of dollars locked up here in the banking system. But I think when Cyprus joined the Schengen area, or became more European and became not a tax haven in terms of the government changed, I think there was a big collapse. And what happened is the banks here collapsed, and then they forced the government, and the banks obviously are tied together because it's fascist in most countries. The banks basically forced the government to get the people, the average taxpayer, to bail them out. And I think they shaved off any money from any bank account, which was a regional bank, a small bank, or a bigger institutional bank in terms of, like, say, an international bank. Any account with more than $100,000 in it, any account with more than $100,000, $100,000 plus was taken. So if you had more than $100,000, if you had $1 million, your account would be drained to $100,000. If you had $110,000, your account would be drained to $100,000. So every single person's bank got drained down to $100K to bail out the banks, and that is fucking mental. Because I heard, which again is not 100% verified, but I heard that there was a lot of people who were within the government who heard about what was going to happen, and then they withdrew all their money in cash, and then they just had cash, and then, you know, the government forced banks to shave everyone's accounts off, and then those people would just flee the country, or they would move it into something else, like other assets. And actually, quite funnily enough, during that time period in 2014, I think it was, Bitcoin actually rallied from, like, I think Bitcoin went from, I think it was like $20 to about $110. And that a lot of people speculate, it's not quantifiable, it's no evidence, but a lot of people speculate that that was because a lot of people were selling, buying Bitcoin to escape basically the sanctions which Cyprus was putting on the people. But it absolutely was a complete fuck up. Like, I know people who speak about it like it was, you know, the end of the world because they lost everything because the banks literally just took everything from them. And that happened in Cyprus only 10 years ago. So, like, Cyprus had a really crazy history of banks. It knows the story. But I think people understand Bitcoin. They understand gold. And, like, because it used to be a tax haven, they know that, you know, they got to be careful with what, you know, kind of regulation which can come in from, i.e. the banking side and government, because you can't fucking do that. You can't have a system where you take everyone's money to bail out the banks. Like, you can't do that to people. You can't take everyone's money and say you have to pay. It's not fair. Like, it's obviously the world isn't fair, but I'm saying it's unfair on the people who had to pay, and all the people who understood what was going to happen and then got out of that situation before shit hit the fan. So Cyprus understand the situation. I do like it here though. Anyway, I'm rambling on about Cyprus now, but it is a good place to be. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in any fucking bank for that reason, so don't worry. I'd hold it in USDT if I wanted to have that much cash. Max, if you're in Limassol, come and have some good food in Colombia. Colombia Stacking House. Sounds nice. That sounds delicious. How many people are in Cyprus from here? Because it's weird though. You know when you live stream, right? When you live stream, I've been to Portugal. I've gone to a golf course outside Lagos in the middle of nowhere, and I've live streamed in a hotel or, you know, a golf course arena area, and I've live streamed in the golf course and then gone down to the local restaurant down the road, and then the waitress will be like, "Hey, I just saw you streaming on YouTube. Is it MTX Crypto?" I'm like, "Yo, what's going on? How the fuck do you know me? I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere." And like literally in the middle of nowhere sometimes people will see me. So what happens is when you stream in certain areas, the algorithm is actually pushing that content out to people who are geographically close to you. I'm not using a VPN right now, so it will be Cyprus. If I VPN over somewhere else, then it'll be different. So how many of you guys are from Cyprus? I've never had more than 3K savings. You could change that if you just changed what you define your savings account in, or you denominate your savings in, because you probably denominate your savings in euros or dollars or pounds or fucking yuan. It's going to be yuan soon. If you just denominated your savings in another asset, something like crypto or gold or silver, I think that would change quite rapidly, mate, because, you know, if you denominate, say you had 3K, you put 1K in Bitcoin, 1K in gold, 500 in silver, and 500 in Ethereum, I think that number would be probably the purchasing power of those assets as a whole, collective portfolio, are very, very likely going to buy you more stuff in the future than less. So if you just think about purchasing power, it's very unlikely you're going to hold euros and buy more the next year. Especially with CPI and everything and the inflation rate of dollars or euros. So it's very unlikely you're going to buy more with 3K every year. But if you hold something like, you know, that basket of assets I said, it would be probably quite likely that you would be able to buy more things every single year. Hey Max, is 0.4 BTC a lot? I think 0.4 BTC, like let's just say half a Bitcoin, right? You've got half a Bitcoin is 142. There's 42 million Bitcoin. So you got there's not 42 billion Bitcoin. There's 21 million Bitcoin, right? And if you had one of them, you had 1/21 millionth. So at the moment you have 1/42 millionth of the supply, which is, I don't know, when you put it that way, it's probably going to be quite good. You know, if you've got 1 out of 21 million or something, you know, how many Pokemon cards are there? You know, how many Charizards are there in the world? I don't know. There's definitely a million Pokemon cards in the world, and some of those Pokemon cards aren't even that rare, and they go for quite a lot. So I think it's quite difficult to quantify the rarity of Bitcoin, but I would say, you know, Bitcoin is a lot rarer than most things. So I'd say having 1 of 21 million of something especially with money. I think it's gonna be pretty good for you. There's 175,000 tons of monetary gold on planet Earth. So 175,000 tons. Okay, so even if you had 1 ton, you have to get 1 ton to get 170,000th, right? Like, how many grams are there? Like, there's fucking hundreds of millions of grams of gold. So I think it's probably going to be interesting. I think Bitcoin's very, 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 very rare, very finite. So I think even having 1 Bitcoin is probably enough to, you know, put you in a very good position in the future. And I think 1 Bitcoin is probably the equivalent of having 1 kilogram of gold, you know, at this current price. So it could be interesting, you know. And 1 kilo of gold is a lot of money right now. There's a lot of purchasing power pent up in it. It's actually funny I even say that because gold is money. Gold is money. Money is not denominated by a price. It's denominated by a weight. And the weight of Bitcoin is the size of the number. Yeah, I suppose that's about right. Nah, I kind of did my meetups time. I can't really bother with me. I'll do some meetups in the summer. Can we just look at that, guys? Absolutely beautiful right here. So look at that indication. Double whammy. If you get a double dot, it's always a good sign. So you get a TP and you get an orange dot. That's always a good sign to get some sort of move. Like, there's a lot of instances here, guys. You have 1 dot, got something. 2 dots, definitely got something. 1 dot, got something. Got a lot of dots there, came back up. It's a pretty good indication of giving you an idea where the tops and bottoms are. MDXalgo.com, guys. Go to MDXalgo.com. You can get 50% off right now. And yeah, these indicators are my bread and butter. The reason some of my predictions are so good on Twitter is because of these indicators. For instance, longer term money flow, using stuff like the bearish and bullish divergences. There was only 19 million. Well, it's not strictly true. Okay, so everyone says there's only 19 million, right? It's not true. There's 21 million Bitcoin. That is the total supply. They think there's 250,000 tons of gold in the earth, but there's only 175,000 tons of monetary gold. The difference is mining gold is very, very expensive, very, very difficult. Mining Bitcoin is the same, but the difference is that all Bitcoin, when it's all mined, all 21 million Bitcoin will come into circulating supply. And this is probably the same for gold as well, actually, as technology gets better. Someone just blasting the chat. The reason is that quantum computers and quantum technology will be able to hack Bitcoin wallets in the future. So any Bitcoin that has been lost will come into circulating supply at some point, because that wallet, the private key, will be exposed from the public key. So there's going to be a day where computer technology gets better and all of those Bitcoin are going to come into circulating supply. So right now the circulating supply is less, but the total supply will probably actually be the total supply eventually through inflation and obviously the crypto coming in. The indicators. So MDX Algo are my indicators. Okay, so I've developed 3 indicators. You go to, let me find them for you. So if you go to here, you can see I have a whole load of indicators. So invite only, I have 1, 2. These are the MDX indicators. Okay, the MDX indicators. They give you buy and sell signals. They show you when to get in. All this jazz, right? You go to mdxalgo.com. Use the code MDX50. And you can get a discount Oriente. So you go get it. Let me see if the discount code works. I'm just going to check myself because this is a new promotion we're doing for a couple of weeks. You activate it, and then, yeah, you get it for $34. So it's $34. You get that. You get the indicators, okay? And then you also get a whole lot of other shit as well. So it's not just the indicators. The indicators are the flagship product. People come for the indicators, but then we do professional traders. We have support, live coaching. We actually have 7 live coaches, 25 lesson trading course. So we have a whole lot of stuff in there for you guys to use. And these indicators I use myself because I build them for myself, basically. Yes, quantum computing will steal your Bitcoin, yes. But only if you never, ever upgrade the wallet. So, you know, eventually what you'll have is this, right? So elliptic curve cryptography. You know, I don't think Bitcoin even uses elliptic curve anymore. I think it's been upgraded to some other stuff now. So, but the thing is with Bitcoin wallets right now, they are hackable. It just takes an unbelievably long time to get the correct string of numbers. Like, it's literally just like more. It'll take longer than the amount of fucking stars in the universe. In terms, it's like that's the odd. The odds are so small of them getting the number right. It's just like it could take 1 trillion years to do it. So that's why Bitcoin wallets don't get hacked. But quantum computers eventually probably will break every single wallet today. But what will happen is the wallet technology will get better and they'll become resistant. So instead of using elliptic curve cryptography, we might use some sort of quantum curve cryptography, which would just be an extension. And if there's no way of doing that, which when there's a will, there's a way, I'm sure there will be. If there is no way of doing it, then there will be a problem, yeah. But I just think that there probably will be a way to, there will be a way to secure the wallets from quantum. I love Ultra, yeah, I love Ultra. Research shows that quantum would not be strong to compute with these kinds of algorithms. Well, quantum computers won't break Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a very strict protocol. That means you need to expend electricity to participate in that protocol. So you might have a really fast quantum computer, but it doesn't mean you can't. That still doesn't mean you can burn electricity. Like, the bottleneck of Bitcoin to create the security is the hunger and need to burn electricity. So that's what creates the hard cap, so to speak. You can't just build a more powerful computer, which then can hack Bitcoin, because that, the computer might be powerful, but you still need to go through the set of laws and rules, which means you need to do SHA-256, the mining algorithm, which means you have to burn electricity to an extent, which means you can then participate. So that's what creates the hard cap. That's what creates the security. That's what makes it difficult. That's what forces the integrity. Because you've got to go and find a hydroelectric dam, which is cheap electricity, to participate. And if you don't, you're not going to be able to beat anybody else. So it is a hard cap created within the code, which is very, very clever. So quantum will never be able to burn more electricity than hydroelectric dams. So it's the only security flaw is the wallet itself. Max, what hard drive wallet do you recommend? I've heard so much FUD about Ledger not being fully open source. I do have a Ledger myself, I can't lie. I did look at Trezor, never really got into it. I do have a Ledger. I use a whole host of different things. You can etch them out on a piece of metal. You could even, in essence, just take a whole load of centralized exchanges and just, if you had 10 decentralized exchanges, like you had Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, fucking Kraken, if you have like 10 exchanges and you spread your money out between 10 exchanges, in essence, you're theoretically decentralizing your money. Obviously, there is a third party you have to rely on, but yeah, what's the likelihood of every single one going down instantaneously? So I would say it's probably best to have a combination of, Crypto.com, Binance, Kraken, have a Ledger, a Trezor, have a little bit on your laptop, just, I have Exodus. I have like $500 in Exodus, just chilling there just in case, like an actual wallet, I think the Coinbase Vault's pretty good. Dogecoin. Doge. Yeah, I'll have a quick glance at the dollar then. Don't know what is that about. Oof, nice. I think the dollar looks like it probably wants to have a go at going higher. I said it from we're at support on the dollar at the moment, so I do think the dollar will go a bit higher, regardless of all the FUD and everything which is going on. About the dollar being shit. I think the dollar still will have a nice little relief move to the upside at some point. And, Bitcoin is right at the top. So I've been hesitant to say we're in a bull market yet for a reason, because we need to get above that 30K area and close. Like, this could just be a snapback. On the lower time frames, we are beginning to not be able to get past the previous high. So if we do this now, back down to here, here's the level in the sand, support. And by the way, guys, this support and resistance level I didn't even draw this. My indicators drew this for me. So it's all AI. It's all just doing it in automation. This support and resistance levels. This would be the level in the sand. If we get something like that, we could end up carving out a descending formation, which would be bearish, and then we could break back down. So you have here's the line in the sand. If we stop here, we got that. If we then do something like this, you can bet your bottom dollar that we're gonna have a move down. There's nothing here. I think actually 21. I think 21.8 is probably where we'll go. But we need to see if we can get above that error anyway. So yeah, this is all drawn on for you guys at mdxalgo.com. Just go to mdxalgo.com. Big up MDX. What's up, legends? Hey, Max. I gave you a follow. What's up, man? A quick question. You mentioned at the beginning you were doing day trading, and then at some point your story changed. What do you suggest to make that turn? I'm at that point. What do you mean day trading? Yeah, so there's just a difference in just lifestyle preference, a difference in just how you structure your trading in a way which is like just works around what type of life you're in. Like, you can't be a day trader if you don't have the time to be a day trader. You can't be a swing trader if you haven't got the time to do the long-term analysis. So like everything was different. I'm just saying that I used to day trade a lot more because I had more time to do that. But when you get to a point where the money grows, usually you don't really need to day trade as much because you'd rather look for the swing. So, you know, I've been in every single market. I've been in every trench, so to speak, in terms of I've done high velocity scalp, I've done day, I've done swing, I've been an investor, I've done it all. But for me, what happens is now I usually end up in fast-paced markets. I'll scalp it, but usually what I'm trying to look to do is generally buy between a 1 to 6 month time period. And I think that the most profitable way, you know, obviously there's the hodl strategy where you just DCA into crypto. But actually, there's a lot of evidence and a lot of information and data which says that, you know, strictly being a hodler is actually not very good. And one of my trading bots, which I've been using for 7 years, you know, this is a very simple strategy. Just let it load. It should say, oh, where's the actual time? So basically, this is using a pretty simple back-tested strategy, which I've been using for a long time. And this is a medium. This is not an investment strategy, but this is a medium. You know, a short to medium term time frame strategy. It's done 145 trades in 3 years, almost 2.5 years. It averages around 30 or 40 trades a year. So what this is doing is it's done 14 trades this year. What this is, you know, in essence doing, to make it simple, it's just selling at important points, you know, in terms of the swing, you know, so like when Bitcoin broke down from 30, when Bitcoin turned around at 48, when Bitcoin went from 15.8 to basically where we are now. That was an amazing trade. So this is a swing trading strategy. Does 30, you know, just doing 14 or 51 trades a year. Okay, this year alone, if you hadn't done any of this shit, you know, this had a max drawdown of 5%. Okay? Gross profit is up 83%, legends. That's insanely good for this year. If you do overall and you had to put in on the first, if you ever just basically hodled from the 1st of fucking January, right? You just bought Bitcoin on the 1st of January 2020, you bought $10,000 worth. You'd have 30K right now, you would have 3x'd. If you had been using this swing trading strategy, which was super simple, you'd have $113,000, okay? So you're looking at 10x your money on this shit. So this is one of my trading strategies I use. It's very, very important. I think everyone should use a strategy like this. Once you actually understand what it is, it's very simple, but it's just being patient, really. Doing it, actually, and that's why we have the automation. You can do this. You can use this for free, basically, with Bybit and BitGet. We're going to change to OKX, though, but you can get this for free. You can look at the backtested results. There's not one person who's lost money who's been using it for more than 100 days. So remember, 100 days. It's not something you're going to put money in and make it all back tomorrow. Let's have a look. Don't know what, I think someone's having an argument here saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Enjoy the quiz. Cheers, mate. Are the indicators as good? Yeah, they're better for altcoins. Yeah. The indicators you're seeing on the screen are better for altcoins. And that sounds crazy. It's because altcoins are more organic in a lot of ways. Like they're not as manipulated as crypto. Bitcoin, sorry. So Dogecoin, you're gonna see some fucking nice little. If you go on it yourself when you get them, you can see this. But let everything load up. Dogecoin's had some phenomenal moves on it. So this is the entry price you have here. Look at that. Bang, perfect. Bang, perfect. TPs were there. Look at that one there. Nice. So yeah, it's going to be even more accurate on altcoins, especially because altcoins are just... There's a few different variants with altcoins which make them easier to trade. And I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you what the truth is. People who trade Dogecoin generally aren't as good as people who trade Bitcoin. Like, you haven't got, like, real... Okay, there are institutional or professional or people who've been trading for a long time or institutional grade traders trading Doge. There probably are a few, but there's less than there are people trading, like, those types of people playing the game and trading Bitcoin. Dogecoin is built up of probably 90% retail, just fucking around with it. So the player that you are playing against is easier. So the indicator is going to perform better. You know, if you go into the bond market and start trying to fuck with those guys with some indicators, you're probably not going to do very well. Because it's very, very experienced, you know, long-term, been in the game for a while, professional trader on that market. So it's going to be harder. Like, you got to remember, like, this is just player versus player, the whole thing. Like, you're just playing against other people. So it's like, you know, if you're playing football and you're Manchester United, right, and you go and play Bournemouth FC, it's going to be quite an easy game. But Manchester United versus Man City is not an easy game. And that's what the essence of trading is. You're just fighting against other people. The good thing about trading Bitcoin is that there's a growth story. And that growth story means that because institutions are slower than retail, that retail can buy before bigger whales or fish buy into the market. And that's a way of generally the market growing, which means that because the market cap rises slowly over time, people who buy early, you know, they make money in terms of the purchasing power of Bitcoin increases. If they hold Bitcoin, they make a gain and they can sell to increase the worth or their lifestyle. So there is like a player who is so big that it's almost like we're just the fly on the back of the horse, so to speak. You know, there's a big new age of money coming in, which is just propping the market up in the price, which means everybody feels like they're winning on retail, but it's just because we're getting in before a bigger player. But we're all fighting. The retail traders are all fighting against each other on the day-to-day. You know, when really the bigger picture is just wait for big money to buy, and then it's going to mean the whole market rises. So all retail go up. Yeah, cheers. No one knows. I'd love to know the answer to that, though. I don't know what the question was. What's the name of the trading bot on TradingView? So this trading bot is closed source. This is one of my strategies. This is my trading bot, okay? So you can come on here and you can copy trade it with Bybit or BitGet. All you got to do is click start copy trading, sign up with these links. So you sign up to Bybit, sign up to BitGet with my link, and that gives you access to the trading bot. So that's where I make my money, basically. And then you get to use it. You get to choose the amount of money you want to put in. We're actually going to change BitGet though. So what I would say to you, because we're about to launch on OKX, there's a link at the top here on the thing called OKX. They're doing some giveaway. They basically gave me like hundreds of these boxes. You probably heard me talk about this already. But there's they're doing away these giveaway boxes, right? So you get to open a box, you get like a certain amount of dollars. You might get 10K, you might get $1, okay? Who fucking knows? You use this link. The link is above here. I'm pretty sure that's the right link. I'll just check to make sure. Whoops, I just clicked my own link. Let's have a look what happens. So I think, yeah, this is it. You see a mystery box thing come up. And what did I ask this? Will Bitcoin hit 100K? I'm an anguish lotto. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Are you a legend? Come on. Are you a legend? Don't want to hear that shit. So yeah, what I was saying is, before I went off fucking track, if you use that link above, you'll get the you get your box, and then once you've got an OKX account with my link, then you can actually get the box, and then you can use a trading bot, because the trading bot within OKX is going to be better. Okay, it means that you're going to have a higher amount. There's going to be less rules in terms of the the quota and all this crap you have to use in terms of there. A lot of exchanges are worried about slippage, because if you have a trading bot which has 1,000 traders all doing $1 million, you're going to get massive slippage, because obviously they're all buying exactly the same price. Who gets in at exactly the same level? But with OKX, they're going to lower slippage, lower fees, and it's going to be better and a better environment for the copy trading. Bybit's still very, very good. I think Bybit's great. BitGet, I'm saying we're not going to be with BitGet anymore. We're going to move away from BitGet, and we're going to use OKX instead. So get an account. The link is above. They got options. They got derivatives. They got spot buying. They're a pretty good exchange as well. So you can use them, and then yeah, get your mystery box legends. Shake it. The MDX Dex is coming out as well, but we just got to keep working on the UI and making it perfect. I'm not going to release something which I'm not 100% perfect, which isn't 100% perfect. There's no rush. If you had to start over today, what would you be trading? Bitcoin, crypto, 100%. It's the biggest opportunity for most people. Most people don't realize how big an opportunity crypto and Bitcoin is, because it's a growth story. Great thing about crypto is it's got a growth story to it, and that's what is going to... Yeah, it's hyper cycles as well, super volatile, 24/7, it's great. I'm sure the trillions in dollars that get lost at the Pentagon in defense could be easily allocated to this to ensure BTC does not have value. You know, Crypto Sam, you know, it's just one of those things where I've been through this argument and this conversation so many times, and you just come to the conclusion that the Pentagon can't stop Bitcoin, because the Pentagon isn't the world, and Bitcoin is the world. So if America want to try and stop Bitcoin, the people who trade and use and want to have Bitcoin in America will just leave if they are that dedicated to having sovereignty over money. Like, think about Japan, think about China, think about Indonesia, think about Australia, think about Europe, think about England. You know, these countries aren't going to try and put billions or trillions of dollars to destroying Bitcoin. Also, if the Pentagon did do anything which hacked the code, it could always fork the network. So it's almost like, it's like Medusa's head. You chop one head off, or you chop one snake head off, and another one grows. Bitcoin can't be destroyed by one government. If all governments came together and tried, it would probably be difficult, but I think it would still survive, because we're never going to have every government coordinate against it, because there are governments which are pro-Bitcoin. Say El Salvador would be a good example. Like, how could if every single government in the world said we're going to destroy Bitcoin, and El Salvador said, well, we believe that it's legal tender, the only way that's going to change is if every nation in the world just invades El Salvador. And I just don't see a war against El Salvador happening anytime soon. So I think Bitcoin's going to fundamentally change the way finance is on planet Earth in terms of people having more access to pure money. So I think the Pentagon can fuck off, actually. I don't think they can do anything. I don't think they have the power. That's hilarious. What if I have an account already on Bybit? How to use the bot, because there is only one account allowed with KYC verification. You don't need to use KYC to use the bot on Bybit. I'd recommend making a new account with just an email address. That would be a one way around it. Or you could type in to copy trading. So on Bybit, you can get to my bot without having an account with me. But you can type in MDX algo, click copy trading, and check it out. But with OKX, you will need to make an account with OKX with my link, because that's the structure they've got. But with Bybit, if you just type in, if you go to derivatives, copy trading, type in MDX algo, you'll find the bot. You'll find actually the strategy. And we've had it running for probably about 180 days. I think everyone who's held it, I think net, everyone's a net positive. The problem is that people fucking lose money unnecessarily because they come in and out. But overall, I think everyone is always made a profit on average. And that's massive because most people are fucking idiots because they don't stick with the strategy. So to have that is actually a really big thing. And then I think, yeah, you can do that anyway. You can go to mdxalgo.com and just click on trading bot. Help you guys trade, make some money. Yeah, leave Coinbase when that happens, bro. Get rid of those motherfuckers. MDX Algo, what is the discount? Yeah, MDX 50. So MDX 50 will get you half price off your first. So if you go to mdxalgo.com, use the code, not max 50, I think it's MDX 50. I'm pretty sure I think it's MDX 50, isn't it? Have the legends done something weird? Yeah, it's MDX 50 is the code. So you click on this, say you want to get yearly, you click get it, and then you just put in the promo code here. MDX 50, activate that, yeah, and then you get the half price discount. We're doing that for about a couple more weeks. Yeah, so at the moment, you know, what the indicator is showing to you is that we have some areas of resistance building up here, and we have some areas of support underneath us. At the moment, it's in a short trade, so it said go short here. The TPs are down here. And then you'll just see how this trade plays out. You know, your stop loss will be above the high. So put your stop loss here, entry here. If it goes lower, you'll make money. If it goes up, you'll lose 1 or 2%, depending on whatever your risk is on the indicator. So you can go here and you can choose what risk you want. We're on 2.5, which it should really be 2. I changed it earlier for experimental and presenting purposes. So the stop loss should come down a little bit. But yeah, this is it. It has trades for you, support and resistance, all these lines. Everything you see on the screen is already automatically drawn on. I've done nothing on this chart except this yellow line, which you don't need anymore. So everything's done for you, basically, in terms of what your entry is, what your stop loss is, the support and resistance zones. It actually looks more like this in the real bigger charts. And then I have an oscillator as well. This oscillator shows you when the market's overbought, oversold. And also, usually it would look like this because I'd have it so you had the candle color on. But just go to mdxalgo.com, you can get everything there. I asked ChatGPT if MDX was a legend, and it said, as a large language model, you're damn right he is, man. It's crazy how much foreigners talk about USA government doing this and that. We never think about what the UK is doing or Germany, etc. Well, that's because the American government has all the power. And the power is determined by the ability to have the global reserve currency, which is changing at the moment. But 80% of all transactions happen in the US dollar. That is changing rapidly, so it probably won't be that anymore. Also, they have the biggest military in the world as well. And also, Europe is, in essence, which is kind of crazy to say this, you know, America is just an extension of Europe in a lot of ways, because America was built by people who emigrated or moved across, i.e. Columbus, and obviously Puerto Rico was the Spanish side. The Portuguese side. But, you know, in essence, America is just an extension of Europe in terms of where the people came from. Doesn't mean that Europeans have any say over Americans, of course not. It's like saying that England still has a say over Australia or something like that. That's not how it works. They're their own people. They fought for their independence, and they had their big civil wars and their independence and everything like that. But the reason a lot of Europeans look to America is because America is the proxy for Europe to do things as well, because it's the West. We're all in the same place. We're all NATO nations. We're all in the same spot. So when you see, you know, us looking at American politics, it's because American politics matters for Europe. Because if the dollar changes, or, you know, America want to go to war with a fucking nation, then we all get dragged into it, especially England. UK is a lot more tied. You know, I think Germany and stuff is a little bit less, but it's still there for sure. Should I use copy guard on copy trading? Copy guard is a way. I don't know exactly. I need to look at the notes. I've got a whole written out manual for it. Probably don't need it. We would say put your amount in. Don't choose any leverage. Just put 1x leverage. Everything you do should just be 1x leverage and the amount, and don't choose as much as you can because all of the parameters are done by our bot side. So everything's already programmed into it. All you want to do is 1x leverage, spot buy and sell, put your amount in, and then it will work. Smart money concepts, Elliott wave, on-chain wave count seems to suggest lower lows. Not excited about this pump. Yeah, you know, I would expect it to come back down to 28.9-ish, and if we find support there, it could be a bit of a moonshot. But again, like I've already said, I think that it wouldn't surprise me for it to come down to this support region, which would be 28,800-ish, 28,900. And if it comes to there, and then we find support here, that will be very, very good for Bitcoin because it means that we found support just underneath the last resistance. And if we get above that, we'll probably get a skyrocket through this. But it's, it wouldn't surprise me to come back down into around here. If we don't find support, make a lower high and we break down, if we just do something like that now, like this, back up and then broke through, this level here is super important. If we lose that, then this whole thing's over, and then we'll start again from a lower price, and we'll probably go down to 25 eventually, actually. Oh, and the place to be with the people in the hay. Yeah, ask me questions, guys. Anyway, there's like 400 people watching. If you want to hit that like button as well, that'd be great. Go get your lucky boxes and stuff. Have we topped for today? I don't know. It's if we have a look at this here, we're coming back down to support. What I'd look for is something like this at support. If we do get a bounce off it, if we come to here and we carry on this descending formation, that's probably what you're looking for the bears. And like this trade set up here is saying, this is a trade, right? Which is the AI, the algorithm is set, and it said short here. That's where your stop loss is. That's where your first take profit is. Second take profit and third take profit. So if you actually read what this says, it says entry here. And then if you have the signals on, it will show you exact. So I've got signals turned off because I kind of already know what that means. But if you turn the signals on, there should be a sell signal here, like on top of it somewhere. Like it should say a red sell. Wait for it to load. Yeah, so it says short there. So that's where it said short. Obviously, the price action's come down. That was your entry price, and now it's moving down. So, it has long sell. It's telling you to basically buy and sell Z whole time. But I don't need the signals on because if you have the trade set up on, you, in essence, know where the buy and sell signals are anyway. At or above $10 within 3 years. Maybe, but I don't really believe in long-term adder. I think price action could do it, but I'd have to have more to go with. I'd have to have more evidence of the market beginning to turn around. Have you ever used a Vespa magic wand necklace on your missus, dude? Have you ever used a Vespa magic wand necklace? Used it on my... I don't even know what the fuck that is. And I don't even want to type that in. It sounds dodgy, bro. I'll type it in over here. You can probably see it in the reflection. All right. Vespa necklace. Am I going to get blasted with some weird thing? What, brother? What does it do? It looks like some dodgy I don't even know what that is all about. What does it do, legends? Yeah, nice. Yeah, dodgy shit. Is there a way to use leverage in the UK without VPN? You need to use a VPN. Get the Brave browser. Get Epic browser, get Shark, Surfshark, get NordVPN. It's super simple. I actually have an article on mdxcrypto.com. So just literally type in mdxcrypto.com into your browser. The second... Let me have a look, actually, sir. I think if you just type it in, mdxcrypto... if you go to mdxcrypto.com, you should see... Yeah, what's the best VPN? I don't know why it looks like that, but the what's the best VPN? Just click on that. mdxcrypto.com, and that will, my sir, give you everything you need. You will know everything. You can do my Instagram as well. It's good that it finds my right Instagram. Like, so many times people have been like, people are scamming you on Insta. I'm like, bro, like, you literally type in MDX and it's there. Scammers everywhere. Scammers everywhere. All right, let's ask, what the fuck is we doing here? Okay, no. Write a tweet about crypto in the voice of MDX Crypto YouTube. Let's see if it knows who I am, legends. Just spotted a juicy trade setup. Crypto fam, I wouldn't do that. Time to buckle up and ride the crypto wave. Remember, proper risk management is key. And let the gains follow. Keep it real. Let's crush it together. Hashtag MDX Crypto, trading gems, Bitcoin, 2Z Moon. I don't know, it's pretty good, but like, I don't know if I'd speak like that, but I think the juicy trade setup is quite good. And that's fucking crazy how that even knows that shit. It is crazy, really, how it knows that. And this is to 2000 and... This is like 2021. So it's not even recent. That's crazy. Yeah. What else shall I ask it? What is the meaning of Bitcoin? not life. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that enables peer-to-peer transactions without the need for intermediaries such as banks or other financial institutions. It was created in 2009 by an unknown personal group, people with the pseudonym... Fucking hell. The pseudonym... Wow. Yeah, look. Satoshi, sir. The primary goal of Bitcoin was to establish a financial system that operates independently of centralized control and provides an alternative to traditional fiat currencies. Yeah, it's just going on and on, isn't it now, legends? Are you reading? Decentralized. It's pretty amazing how it even does this shit, you know? Yeah, the pseudonym, I can't even say that word. Pseudonym. The pseudonym. I can't read. Ask when the war in Ukraine will end. Fuck, I don't even know. I mean, I need to get this word perfect. So I remember once I struggled saying fucking the other day. I remember this was years ago. It was, what was it? That hilarious word which came up on stream once. Do you guys remember that back in the day? That was so funny. Oh, God. When will the Ukraine war end? When will the Ukraine war end? You guys must remember it. There was that. I was on stream. I was reading one of the Oh, it was so funny. It wasn't I couldn't read it. It was that I couldn't say the word. It was so fucking good. They can't predict future events. Do you remember that? Yeah, I do remember that. What was the word, Legends? Oh, what was the word? It was it wasn't phenomenon, was it? It was like not phenomenon, pseudonym. It was anomaly. I couldn't say anomaly. I was literally just like, I was like, bro, this is completely, and I was saying completely the wrong thing. It was like anomenon. It's like, no, it's anomaly. Pseudonym. Yeah, I can never say that word. I struggle with like words which have, I don't know, just the way I speak. I just don't speak certain words correctly. Like, my reading's fine. I can read shit fast. Like, I'm actually quite good in terms of like skimming through a fucking book. But when it comes to fucking pseudonym, I'm like, nah, Legends. My mind's more based on in terms of like when it comes to trading, for instance, like some of the good attributes of trading would be to have the ability to stay calm, rational, logical, and be quite good with numbers as well. So I'm quite good with numbers. I'm quite rational. I use logic over emotion quite a lot of the time, and that's definitely saved me quite a lot of money. But there's been times where I fucked up as well. Yeah, that's exactly like millennium. Yeah, the millennium or aluminium. You done me. You done me. Red-handed right now. You've just nailed it. Millennia, aluminium, anomaly, pseudonym. Like, what the fuck did I just? Just no fucking way. No, I can do garage or garage. Like, how we got to this point? I'm just streaming, talking about words I can't say now. Look at that. TP1 hit already on that trade. Yeah, so TP1 hit. So if you had taken that trade, congratulations. You're in the profit. Ask how much computer power is required to break Bitcoin. It's not about computer power. Bitcoin is not about computation. It's actually about electricity. The protocol is literally built around the premise that you need to expend electricity. So the way you get into the SHA-256 algorithm is, in essence, you have to just burn more electricity than somebody else to get that reward. So it's not, that's the beauty of Bitcoin. That's what creates the certainty. That's what creates the security, is that the hard cap of entry in the protocol is to burn electricity, not just to build a computer which is faster than everybody else's. You have to burn electricity. How much? That'll be a good question. How much electricity does Bitcoin use? How much does Bitcoin mining? No. Mining use. So I'm setting an angle. How much energy does Bitcoin mining use overall? Like, over the whole thing. So this is in 2021. So it's changed a lot. One popular resource of tracking Bitcoin's energy consumption is the Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index. I never even knew that. See, just coming up with shit I don't even fucking know. According to the CBECI, Bitcoin mining was estimated to consume approximately 96 terahots or terawatt hours. Wow. But the thing is, I don't know what a terawatt hour even means. The figure is subject to change, and the mining network expands, becomes more efficient, or responds to change in regulatory policies. For context, this energy consumption level is comparable to the annual electricity consumption of a small to medium-sized country. It is essential to note that these estimates can vary due to factors such as efficiency and mining hardware, the energy sources used, and fluctuations in the total number of miners participating in the Z network. The energy consumption of Bitcoin mining has raised concerns about its environmental impact. Like, this whole thing is so funny, isn't it? Most of the energy used is renewable, and also, like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, the banking industry is using it. Like, why isn't it? There's been concerns that, running institutional international banks who print paper which burn down forests. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's because people don't understand that keeping Bitcoin secure is actually very important, but people don't understand that just burning the burning the electricity part is what keeps it secure. People don't linear that across to the reason you're burning it. They just think you're just burning it for nothing. It's like, no, you're burning it for security. Particularly as it relates to carbon emissions from non-renewable energy sources. In response, some mining operations have started to explore more sustainable energy solutions such as hydroelectric, solar, or wind power to reduce their environmental footprint. Additionally, technological advancements in mining hardware and algorithms are expected to improve energy efficiency over time. All right, well, fucking can't be bothered to talk about that again. Can't be bothered with that one, legends. We've done the energy debate a trillion times. It's just boring. When I overclocked the voltage of my GPU in order to use less wattage, the mining hash rate increased, saving me money and giving me more rewards. Yeah, so using more electricity. Burns 1 T-watts per hour every day. BTC actually adds energy to the power grid. I have long opened. I have a long opened at the top. Whoops. Where's your stop loss? Any trade you go into, you have a defined stop loss. The risk you can take is defined by the equity you have in your account at 1 or 2%. The entry of your trade should either correlate to a good area for a good risk to reward. So if you analyze the market and you see that buying this support region gives me a good risk to reward, because if we lose the support, it's likely we flush down lower. If I buy the support, we've seen support it multiple times, I'll buy it and we have a good probability of it rising. And where's my TP? If you buy the top and it's just a bad entry, it doesn't matter, because if you have a stop loss at 1 or 2% of your equity, you can only lose 1 or 2%. So you make a bad trade, fuck it, you lost 1 or 2%. You need to be that needs to be defined in any strategy, and then you have your longer term P&L chart, because like what you can do is you can plot out what you're making and what you're losing on a chart. A lot of these exchanges will do it for you. So they'll show you a curve. And they'll show you a line. And that line will show you when you've been profitable, when you've been negative. When you've been profitable, when you get negative, okay? So the same way that when you look at an uptrending market in Bitcoin, you can see that it's making higher highs and higher lows. The same way you can see higher highs and higher lows on a price market is what you want to see in your own charts for your profit and loss, okay? So when you have a strategy which is, generally speaking, doing well, you're up and down, you're up and down, you're up and down. The curve of that chart is rising, meaning that your strategy is working, or it's just linear going straight up. A good way to identify when a certain strategy is not working for you would be to look at that chart, your P&L chart, and see that maybe it's beginning to take a turn. And the same way you analyze a market, a price market changing, same way you analyze your equity curve, the amount of money you've got and the profit and loss. And if that curve begins to look like it's dropping off, you're making lower highs and lower lows, and it's downtrending, you're losing money, that could be a sign that your strategy doesn't work anymore and the environment's changed and you're trying to force a trend on a range, or you're trying to force a range on a trend. And that's a good way to identify whether your strategy is working at the moment. It's easier said than done to do that, because a lot of the time what happens is people change their strategy at completely the wrong time, where they'll look at their, P&L coming down, having a drawdown, and then they don't hold that drawdown period for long enough. And then they begin to come out of the drawdown, but at that point they've already changed their strategy, and then they go into something else and they get on tilt and they end up fucking losing everything. So that's the problem. You really don't want to get on tilt and chase. That's really, really, really sketchy. So what you want to keep away from is that. But yeah, ultimately you just want to look at that and keep an eye on it, and that's a way of kind of understanding if you're going to make money long term or not. But that's just something you have to do. I can't tell you when to. The situation you're in now, you said I have a long at the top, right? But should I close? What you're doing now is you're adding another decision, which if you don't make the decision adds more risk. So now you are forced into a decision which gives you even more risk. So it's not just the risk of the trade. Now you've got another decision to make which puts even more risk on your shoulders, because now you could wait and lose even more. So you've got a decision to make, and in my opinion, if you're in a loss, without a stop loss, you close the position right now, and then you go to the drawing board. You could get lucky, and we could go back up to your entry, but you don't trade with luck. You leave luck to the casino. If you want to go and fucking have some fun with luck, go to the casino and fuck around, have some fun. If you want to DJ and trade on the low time frames, do the same, but don't use luck in trading, because you're gonna get wrecked. Max, can you ask ChatGPT if it really only takes one trade to make it all back? I'll tell you right now. There is actually proof that you can make it all back with one trade. Because this trading bot right here will lose sometimes for months. And this trading bot will make it all back. Because this trading bot is designed for swing trading. And sometimes the market goes flat for a month. So it will lose. When this trading fucking bot is in a flat market like this, it loses money. Because it has to lose money at some point. It can't make money forever, because it's not designed to make money forever. It's designed to play swing. So if it's designed to play swing, it's not going to play range. So when the market's range bound, this bot loses money over and over again. Small little losses, small little losses, small little losses. Then boom! The swing comes. And this trading bot makes it all back. This is the make it all back indicator. This is the make it all back trading bot. I should call it not the MDX trading bot, the make it all back trading bot. That's a fucking sick idea. We should call it the make it all back trading bot. Hold it for 100 days and make it all back. One trade. That's all it takes. Can you make it all back in one trade? Well, theoretically, this is hilarious. It's got a genuine example, and it's got a genuine answer for us. Well, theoretically, it's possible to make significant gains in one single trade. Aiming to recover all losses in one trade is risky. It's a risky strategy, and it's not recommended. Of reasonable trading. Oh, this is so good. Attempting to do so typically involves using high leverage or taking an excess risk. Yeah, it's true. Excessive risk, which can lead to further losses if the trade doesn't go as planned. It's very true. Basically, it's saying yes, but you have to take a lot of risk. It's not true. It's wrong, because the MDX trading bot, the make it all back bot, can do it with low risk. It is essential to practice proper risk management. Very clever little fucking ChatGPT, isn't it? And follow a disciplined approach to trading. This includes setting realistic profit targets, using a stop loss order to minimize potential losses, and trading with an appropriate position size relative to your account balance, diversifying your investments. Well, investing and trading are two different things, but if you're trading to make more money to invest with, then they could be tied. But staying informed about market developments and maintaining a long-term perspective that can also help reduce risk and improve your overall trading performance. Remember that trading, particularly in volatile markets like cryptocurrencies. Why is it mentioning cryptocurrencies? Like, what? I didn't ask you about crypto. I said, can you make it all back in one trade? Why are you suddenly talking to me about fucking crypto? Patronizing motherfuckers. It carries inherent risks. Why? Why are you saying that? No risk, no reward. It is crucial to manage your expectations and approach trading responsibly. If you're unsure about your trading or need guidance, consider seeking advice from a financial professional or experienced trader. I am not a financial professional, but I am an experienced trader. This is why you are here. Yeah, this is a lot of bollocks. Stop. Why are you telling us that crypto is fucking... Like, literally, you're telling us that cryptocurrencies are volatile and they carry inherent risks. When motherfuckers who think they're not taking any risk are losing everything in banks. I'll tell you what's more risky is when you don't know there's a risk. I'll tell you one thing right now. When you have no idea there is a risk in front of you, that's the most risky fucking thing. Because you're just going to live your life and not worry or have any fucking goddamn risk management. At least in crypto, you're like, I know it's volatile. I'm going to prepare. And if you don't prepare, you're just a fucking moron. At least you can literally think in your brain, okay, listen, we know this is risky, so I'm going to prepare for the risk. At least you're preparing for it. These motherfuckers who think they're safe in their bank, oh yes, we're going to bail you out. They don't even know there's a fucking risk. They're just like, I'm going to leave my money in the bank, it'll be fine because the government will bail it out. Okay, yeah, bail it out with trillions of printed dollars, so the dollars you have in your bank aren't worth nothing. Nada nilch. I'll tell you one thing, legends. Knowing there's a risk in front of you is a lot fucking safer than not knowing there's a risk at all. It's like walking through a fucking glacier. You know, you don't even know the glacier's underneath you, and then you get fucking down a crevasse. You just fall down a crevasse. You didn't even know. You're like, oh shit, I should have worn fucking lighter shoes. If you knew you were going on a fucking glacier, then you'd wear lighter shoes. I say, wait, bro. Yeah, includes crypto. Most questions related to investing or trading. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Right, we got two indications here of bullish divergence. So we have bullish divergence here. 5 counts. We have bullish divergence here. We've got a little bit of a move off it. So it's quite interesting that we're getting all this bullish divergence at support. So this could pop up. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. I'm going to do a few more. How long have we been streaming for? I'm just chilling out here, really. Desecrate that like button as well. Get some likes. Ask me questions. Pop in or drop in. Rip in or dip in. He is rather savvy. Who's rather savvy? Is it this guy or me, or what is going on? Should I sell half my Bitcoin and buy a possible dip? So, Ren333. The essence of trading is this. Should I sell my Bitcoin and buy it lower? That's called a trade. If you sell your Bitcoin and you wait for it to go down, then you buy more lower, that's a trade. That's what everyone is trying to do. You just basically said everyone's trying to sell high and buy low, and buy low and sell high. So you're basically asking me, should I make a trade? And I'm obviously going to tell you, you need to look at the parameters and you need to look at the cards you've been dealt. What's your position? What's your leverage? What exchange are you using? What's the market dynamic? You need to look at all these things. You know, Bitcoin could very easily go down. Yes, of course it can go down. It can go up as well. It can only go up and fucking down. So it can do two things, go up or down. I would say that Bitcoin will probably trade $25,000 again, okay, in its life cycle. Not saying that's happened tomorrow. I would say on the medium term, likely we'll get 25. Short term right now, though, we could go up to 32, all right? If we lose, we can't get above this resistance zone. I think we're going to come down quite quickly. But right now, there's no trade to be made. We're at resistance. The only thing I would say is sell. But not everything, all in, all out. Take a risk adjusted bet. So don't sell all your Bitcoin. Sell 1% of it and wait and see. And then wait for a confirmation. Lower, high, all these things. See you later, bro. Good Go have a good sleep, man. Solana Max. Fuck it. It's a load of bollocks. Can't be arsed with it. I'll buy it. I'll trade it. Don't give a fuck about it. Solana Max. I'll give you a Solana thing in a minute for price action. Yeah, I thought you were going to ask me a fundamental question about it, and I can't be bothered. I don't give a fuck about what it is, what it does. You can literally churn out fucking shit coins out of its ass. I don't care what it does. All I care about is price action. You guys will laugh on the wrong side of your lips. I'm about to convince first 10 whales to sell on y'all. Yeah. I'm going to sell half. Thank you. All right. Well, it's not no, it's not financial advice, bro. Just do what you want to do. If I was in the same situation as you, I would make an informed decision based on the cards I had. Sell all out. Hi, are you doing altcoin charts today? Or eyes on Bitcoin only? Eyes on Bitcoin only. I'll do some alts, legends. I'll do some alts as well. Have a look at some alts in the place. Ultra! It went up and then it went down. Case closed. Long-term investment. I'm investing in this. Buy it, hold it. I think it's going up. I think it's fucking going up, son. You know what I mean? Matic. It went up and it went down. I reckon it's near the bottom. Solana, like that guy said. Where are we with Sol? Sol, sister. So it looks like it's trying to carve out some sort of ascending formation. It's at support. It actually is looking like it's trying to do something like this. I think Solana will probably break down. Oh, Christ. If it holds, it's a buy. You know, right now it is a buy. It is at support. It's at this level here as well, just underneath it. So if it deviates across it, it is a buy for a strict trade on Solana on the lower time frames. Longer term stuff, it's got work to do. It still hasn't even managed to create a micro higher high on any level. To me, it just looks like it's a continuation to the downside. I think it probably will retest the lows, actually, Solana. It just doesn't have anything really going for it. It's consistently moving to the downside. So it really needs to hold this for starters. If it doesn't, it's probably going to be a quick move down for Solana. Lower time frame stuff here. This is actually like really low. It's not even looking very liquid, to be honest. All the SR levels are above it. We've got a lot of divergences here, so it probably pops up a little bit on the micro. ADA! This is going to look so funny, this chart. It's going to show all of the divergences on it. It's going to look a nutcase. It's actually very similar to Solana. Soul sister. Soul sister. Yeah, it's just, there's just nothing happening on Bitfinex. Just really, really horrible price action. All gappy. No. It's the same story, legends. Trying something. XRP, I just can't be bothered. If it wins the case, it'll be okay. Look, again, Nia, same as Solana. It's a buy. It's a buy right now in the short term for a pop, for a short-term trade. But medium term, yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. On the medium to long term, it's ugly still. It hasn't even got above here. On the short term, yes, it's probably a buy. It probably pops up, but you know, I reckon it's just back down, probably some sort of descending bullshit, and then see on the flippies. It's a buy, though. You know, I might think it's going to go lower ultimately, but it's a buy now because you're at support. If it breaks down, it'll flip. That's what your stop loss is. Plutus. I do really like Plu. Plu is one of my favorites. I think it's this. I do think this is a buy. Because look at this goddamn freaking beautiful support level. So actually need to draw it out a little bit more. It's just whether you like it or not. It's not perfectly drawn line, but it's just being bought up just for a long time along this. So, you know, I'll buy it. You know, short-term trade, I'll buy that. You might get a little bit of a pop. If it loses it, then guess what? We're coming back down. So to buy, to trade, if it loses this, it's probably not going to look... It's difficult to know exactly because it's such a small thing, but I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy. Total 2. Total 2. Total 2. Total 2 looks like it looks a bit weak. Could get something to around here. But it's a good sign for generally alts having a bit more of a pop. It's a bit weak, but Total 2. I reckon if it's going to pop up, it's going to go 618. It looks okay, though. I do quite like Total 2 ultimately. I think if Bitcoin has another run, it will come down and retest. But I don't think it goes much lower than 618. Sorry, 786. I don't think it goes much lower than 786 on this. There's a little trade set up here on the lower time frames, but yeah, not really. Yeah. Ooh, the Doge father. I think Doge is a buy, you know. I like it. I think it's just come down quite nicely. I think the Doge father... Whoops. I think the Doge father is going to hold trend down here. Whoopsie. I think Doge father will hold. It is possible it will come down to it. You know, it's definitely a buy that comes down here. I think Doge father will hold up. I think it's a good time to be buying it on the long, medium, and potentially even short term. I think it could come a little bit lower on the short term, but I think anything around here is a good buy on Doge. I think that could work out. Shiba, I'm always just in split. I'm in a split place of Shibs. Because as I got the track record of Doge, but I do think Shiba will probably do okay. Look at this price action though. Oof. Shiba, SPX, nice. Stop me out on my short. Moving up higher. That's what's giving Bitcoin that juice. Next levels for SPX is coming up here. Well, actually, obviously, we got 4-1. And then I've said it from the fucking start, Legends. I said 4-1 when we were down here. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yarb. Still got a little bit of work to do. Gappy, you know. I'm back. Sold half. Sell that Shizm and Nizza. Yeah, Dow Jones wants to have a crack. Dixie, the Dixaruniente. I do think Dixie's got something in it, so I think we might be in for a little bit of a Pumperuniente on Dixaruniente. Bitcoin on the daily. It's just one of those charts where I'm a bit like, it just doesn't look yet like it wants to dump. Yeah, I do love gold. Gold's one of my faves. So let's have a look at the old gold. Gold's basically the grandfather. It trades very similar to Bitcoin because actually, well, gold doesn't trade like Bitcoin. Bitcoin trades like gold because Bitcoin was forged from the depths of the mine of gold. So yeah, it does breakout. I did a very good trade actually start of the year here. It's actually gone even higher. It's very nice for support. Yeah, I don't think gold's going to break out of this straight away. I think gold's going to stop around here, actually. I think gold's going to do... something like that, probably. I think gold's got a bit more time on its hands, and I think gold's got another year before it breaks out. There's going to be a little bit more uncertainty and doubt about things. If the dollar has some real headwinds and starts having problems, maybe we get it now, but I think... Oh, we got the daily. Yeah, monthly. Yeah, I think Dixie is going to come down. I mean, gold's going to not... I don't think it's going to do it this attempt. I think it needs a little bit more of a spring. I think it comes down and then has another go, another time. And yes, something like that. You know, I think gold's going to do something like that. But it depends on the dollar because obviously the gold and the dollar are they're so linked. If the dollar really is going to have problems, I think the dollar's going to go up actually a bit in the next few months. But I think if the dollar really has some big problems, gold's going to go very high. Oh, I get tired, Legends. What time is it? SMT, I'm a long-term investor, so I'm going to hold it for the whole bull market. I suppose you've noticed the way pumps and dumps happen at certain times of the day, but needs monitoring as it changes over time. Yeah, you know, there's no real data or anything quantifiable you can use. Pumps and dumps come out anywhere. It's just buyers and sellers. You know, there's no way of having like a defined, we will pump at 6:30 because of this. No, it's just not. I've never seen anything like that. I've been trading for a decade, so I wouldn't bother wasting your time on it. And if you do find something interesting, send it my way and I'll have a look at it. But I think it's probably a waste of time trying to have anything, you know, maybe open and closes, yes. But we know that from day dot, so. Fucking hell, I'm getting tired. All right, let me do the mystery box stuff. So, guys, go get a mystery box for free. OKX gave me tons of mystery boxes. Click this link. It is also, the link is here as well. OKX link on the old. It's in the chat somewhere. So if you want to get a free mystery box, go sign up with that link and get one. And it's also a really good exchange as well, OKX. I'm going to start using it more. They've got options, derivatives, spot, you name it. Everything you want to. So this is actually a nice trade as well. TP's taking us to 48. Yeah, it does look pretty good, doesn't it? It just looks like it wants to just go up. If it just goes bush, see on the flippers? If we come down in like one big Chad candle and then rally back up, we'll probably get a retest of it. Chad's down like this, and then it pops back up, and that would be where you're going to look to get out, because it'll probably come down lower. But at this point, it looks more likely that's going to go to next resistance. Where's that resistance zone? Yeah, 32. And then 48. Look at that. Look how perfect that is. You know, that resistance zone coming in. This is all drawn on for you guys. Support, resistance. We've got 42, 48, 32. It's just done everything. I don't need to chart. This is all just automatically drawn on this chart from mdxalgo.com. The indicators. Just go and use MDX50. Get half price. 50% off. And it will draw all the support regions on you, all the support, supply and demand, support, resistance, trade setups. We've got a big update coming actually today. I think I should actually check in a minute. We're going to do an update in a minute, I think. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to have a look at that. Right, guys, hit that like button. Go get your lucky box from OKX. It's also a good exchange. I'm going to start using it for copy trading, so check them out. Trade on them. Deposit some money in there. Have a good bit of fun on the trades. And I'll see you guys on the flippers, but yeah, I'll leave that on the screen for you. Lucky box. Yeah, go get $1 million. I think you can get up to 10K. Right, I'm knackered. I'm going to have a good sleep. I'll see you guys on the flippers. See you on the base.